rock and roll.
Thank you.
No, it's rock and roll McDonald's.
McDonald's.
All
Why
right.
is this music so catchy?
All right. Okay. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you guys all. We will be having somebody joining us late today, but they will be joining us. Also, just for top announcements, same as the last 2 weeks. Hey, if you're feeling like it's a rough time and you're feeling like you want to end your adventure early, please don't. We've, down in the description below, if you're not in the United States or if you are, wherever the hell you are, there is a blog post in the description below that you're able to click on, and it will give you your, you should be able to find your lovely country's, suicide prevention hotline. Please don't end your adventure early. There's always loot to be had around the corner. All right? All right. And so, off the only announcement for today, we start with a recap. Let's go recap.
All right. So, after getting some information from a couple of people that had showed up at the Waiting Owl, and a good long rest that we all needed after the haunted house expedition, Amon, William, Dagon, and Thonk decided it was time to do some recon work alongside the help of Mary, our spectral gambling friend, against the Lord's Castle. William and Mary kind of took to the shadows and did some stealth work, finding out that there are some abominations in I think it was like the dungeons of the castle, finding out that the Lord was in fact a wielder of an orb. The Lord's wife had gone missing. Meanwhile, with Dagon, Amon, and Thonk, and Gobtrissimo, they had decided to do a little bit of shenaniganery and, climb up onto the balcony of the Lord's children's bedroom while they were practicing piano. And upon being discovered, also learned that there was some strange black ooze known as Ichor that Dagon had some information on and knows a little bit about. The day that their mother disappeared, they have been locked on the second story of that castles for a while, assuming. Not sure the exact timeline. And in order to get themselves out of a hairy situation and not be killed by guards, Amon took one for the team and has become a giggly dealer to the Lord's children. As of right now, we start our session back at the Waiting Owl.
Yep. And there we are. We're all caught up. Everyone's back at the Waiting Owl. Congratulations. And yes, I do believe you guys also had small bit of conversation with two people that were looking into
eliminating abominations. The
the
orc, half orc woman and the turtle, right? I don't remember their names. I think one of their names is Thyra, and I don't remember the turtle's name, unfortunately.
It's fine. I also forget his name. I'll remember it shortly.
Sorry, my sister brought me Starbucks.
Swag.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Sabrina.
I think I covered everything. If I missed a few things, forgive me. Oh yes, they're thinking that the orb is causing nightmares around the town. The two people that came to the Waiting Owl, they're thinking that it's having negative effects on people's dreams and drawing abominations or aberrations.
Aberrations.
Alrighty.
Abjuration.
I don't think she's supposed to be here, so I'm gonna let her go.
What?
What? Master aberrations.
You were teetering on that the tightrope right there.
I'll say it. Masturbation.
In my Christian D&D setting.
Where's
All
my
right.
bonk at? Hold on.
He says his William has already been plowed 10 times by session 5.
Hey, Thonk went 9 rounds.
9 rounds. Big bonk.
How much time is 9 rounds of combat? Isn't that like 45 seconds?
Those aren't rounds of combat. It's different than round. I'm gonna shut up.
9 rounds of combat is 54 seconds.
Yeah, we got a 54-second warrior over here.
We got a 1 pump chump.
How long does it take for you to pump once, you slut?
Whoa! His name was Corral, by the way.
Corral.
Listen.
Like, I'm gonna go get a water.
William's
I'm all
choices.
ears.
William's choices have nothing to do with your 1 pump, alright?
1 pump.
Oh god. But yeah, so here we are at the Waiting Owl. You guys are back. You guys haven't really been back very long, and it's about what was it? We said it took you a couple hours, so
Yeah.
it went from like 10 o'clock to like 3 o'clock on a middle of the week day.
On a Tuesday, innit?
No, more like a Thursday.
Thursday.
On a fucking Thursday, innit?
On a Thursday, eh?
Fucking Thursday.
On a Thursday, mate.
It's fucking Thursday, my dudes.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you.
Crete.
Fuck yeah, concrete.
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 But yeah. So what would you guys like to do?
Well, if anybody is interested, I do have to make a quick run this evening back to the castle. I'm sure nobody would mind if you joined. Just a little transfer of goods. I don't mind doing it myself, but again, anybody is welcome.
It'd be nice to have the muscle.
I think it'd be fun to play criminals. And sell the giggle leaf.
William, is giggleweed illegal in these parts?
Is it?
Yeah, no.
Oh, never mind then.
But it's not like it's not one of those things that you could just buy from people. It's one of those things like it's one of those things like, hey, there's no spot where you can you can buy it from. If you find it out in the wild, though, we're not going to tell you not to.
Like human meat.
Not necessarily. It's not
It's like-
illegal, but I would say breaking into the castle grounds, yes, that would be illegal.
Well, I'm not breaking in. I have an invitation.
And that will hold up very well to the Lord.
It was his. Listen, it's just as long as we don't get caught, right? It's not illegal.
I'm not going to show my
no.
face there,
You-
because he's already asked me a few questions about you lot. So, I want to stay off his radar at the moment.
Would it help? We'll be
That's a good
fine.
asking.
It'll be a hoot and a hat. No pun intended.
It'll be a hoot. Ha! The owl. I get it.
Ah.
That's a good one, Featherhead.
But in the meantime, I've no particular plans. Did you want to follow up with your informant of what you have discovered at the castle?
What time of the day is it?
It's
around 3
3.
o'clock.
yeah, it's about 3.
Hello, Sabrina.
Sabrina's telling me she needs to take a poop,
Uh-oh.
and my partner's at work, so
Take 5.
We could do a little bit of flavor text if you need to take Sabrina out and just
That's what I'm gonna
role
ask.
play
Yeah,
amongst ourselves.
I think it might work. Felcrath is you know, they're at the bar. You ask what you want, they shall give. I trust people here who have DM to know what to roll in case you guys decide to drink.
In the words of the Terminator, the DM will be back.
Exactly. All right, let's go. Don't. Why did you bring over both flip flops? They just gave me one.
So, I do feel like we have a bit to unpack over the last few journeys that we have made. But I also feel like
Bumpy.
I hardly know of anything about any of you guys.
Ah, where'd you come from?
Was outside giving the donkey a cube of sugar.
So, where is everybody from? That's a common icebreaker question, right?
I'll pull out a map. You guys want to go over to the overworld? So I can show you exactly where?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness, it's so laggy.
Look at it's a giant mule!
Muley! Mulezilla!
Where are we right now?
Um,
Just to show you how far we've come.
We're somewhere up here.
right
Over here.
I guess that makes sense that we're by.
I can't ping anything, it's too slow.
Alright, I'm gonna. Dagon will, like, roll the map out all the way to go westward. It's actually not even loading. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Did I do my ping?
No.
Like it then.
I can
Yeah.
see your cursor moving.
Violence.
It's like
Wait,
slowly trickling over there.
No, it's a different name. The thing's called different name. But yeah, but oh, there we go. Yeah, the Qualis. I don't remember how he agreed to say it.
Violence.
But we're from this. Our town was big on silks. We would farm sea spider silk and make nice fabrics and robes and things.
Oh, I've bought many products from there.
Oh, ha! Small world.
That explains your brother's taste for the finer garments in life.
Yes. I was a fisherman. I worked on the boats with my father.
I believe you've mentioned that once or twice.
Why?
That explains a lot.
Yeah. So, well, that's where I'm from. A small town in the middle of nowhere.
Honk, what about you? Where are you from? Where do you hail from?
I've done a lot of traveling. I'm gonna, and instead of west, I'm gonna point all the way back east over yonder.
Oh.
I was born here. Oh god, I can't even scroll in this general vicinity. I'm gonna point at that little pink blob called Drog right there.
Herberg.
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 There's a town in there called Herberg.
Herberg. No, I come from the capital over there, Node.
Is that orcish name?
It's an orc town, but they didn't particularly take kindly to me because, and I'm just gonna give the horns a little squeeze.
Why don't they like the horns?
I think it's a saying that if you mess with the bull, you get the horns, and many people are scared of the horns.
I kind of
It's
just
'cause-
point at myself and
It's just, because this shows more than this, and Thonk is just gonna his little orc teeth.
Baby teeth.
Yep, and because I don't look like them, they didn't really like me, so.
I had similar treatment.
Me too.
Maybe we all have more in common than we thought.
Maybe.
Yeah.
the horns are off-putting for a lot of people. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, trust me, I know.
I unfortunately don't think we have a map of where I'm from. but I spawned relatively close by off the main shore. I can't ping it, but it's this tiny island right here.
The ping system not working?
I think it's just because there's so many goddamn towns on this
Yeah.
map.
Oh,
I think it
It's
just might not work on this map.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Forge is just having an aneurysm. Oh, so you're not too far from home.
Well, it's not my home, but it's where I appeared. Where I woke up.
Mushroom magic.
I am from the other side of this planet, I think. It's very difficult to gather my bearings when I have no frame of reference. I wasn't very fond of looking at maps back home, so I couldn't even tell you where I was back there. But I am here now. William, I assume that I'd hate to assume that you were from here, but are you from Yossendun?
No. I moved here after some issues back home. A gambler tends to accrue a past that tries to follow them that they really wish doesn't.
Understandable. I feel all of us have a path that we kind of drove us here. Whether we
Yeah.
are running from something or being taken away from something.
To put
Okay.
simply... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was not going to say something very wise.
I was going to say, to put simply, I went on a bit of a winning streak, and some people did not like that.
I have found that many people are sore losers.
Well, it's understandable when you cheat as well.
That's not very kind.
Well,
I-
I do my best.
I feel like I should not have said that. Stones and glass houses.
No, I know cheating's not very kind, but you do what you must to win big.
Do what you must to survive.
Do what you do to get by.
You do.
Yes.
You do.
I
I don't know why that got me.
You do what you gotta do when you gotta do it.
Kind of like the what's that?
It was just Dagon chiming up going, you do.
Yeah, just do.
Why is Gamora?
You do.
Yeah, exactly.
We do what we do, and we do who we do.
Chihuahua?
We just... Why
We
do you
do.
fuck... We just do.
I came back at the worst moment, eh? No, anyway. All right, what did I miss? What's going on? You guys...
We do.
Bonding. We just told we just went over where everybody was from.
Gotcha.
We
In
have
character or
more
out of
common than
character?
In
In
character.
character.
Okay.
Gotta keep the content up for the stream.
There you go.
We do.
Content.
Quantan.
Fuck
You
yeah,
do.
Quantan.
We
Fuck.
do.
We do.
We do.
About Chihuahua.
You missed,
Party name is the Doers.
The doers.
you missed it, Freya. We were talking, and it ended up being you do what you have to do to survive thing, and Dagon just went, you do.
You do.
And we're like, yes, indeed, we do.
Doobie dooey doo.
Dooby dooby dooba dooby dooby dooby.
Agent Dagon.
Alrighty. Cool. So what would you guys like to do? You guys, it's 3, you still got a couple hours. Anybody have any specific thing they'd like to do? Would you guys like to re-go over what you guys went over last time in character of like, oh, we found, because you guys didn't actually ever properly tell each other what you guys found?
We did.
You did? Okay.
We had a meeting in William's room.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
We sell weed now.
I sell weed.
Oh, yeah, so how are you going to get giggleweed?
Druid, you said I could druid craft it.
100%, but like,
And mushrooms.
there you go. I ain't sure.
I'm gonna abracadabra them.
Okay.
Abracadabra, alakazam. your
What's
weed's
this
alligator.
kind of look like for you, for your character to do?
So with Amon being still very new of being a caster, it'll probably look a little like tentative. You know, she's not very confident in her ability yet. Her magic, as you know, is very spores looking-y. It looks more kind of natural rather than like I am conjuring things from thin air. These things are kind of like she grows them from the spores that you guys can't see because they're invisible, but the spores that are around her body.
She doesn't just go.
It's not like with a sorcerer they can just be like, she's essentially she'd probably like sit down and have to concentrate for a bit because she's a little bit slow on the uptake.
Gotcha.
Definitely like trying to onlookers, she's looks like she's talking to herself, but she's definitely talking to the static in her head, asking for guidance and how to do these things.
Mushroom.
Wow.
Mushroom.
Also-
I thought you were gonna say she just grows a mushroom off of her head and plucks it.
You know what? Yeah, she grows like when she's doing the mushrooms, she grows them off of her arm and then she just kind of plucks them off. She rolls up her sleeves and just.
I honestly love that.
Alrighty.
You okay? Doesn't that hurt?
It does leave like you can see like mycelium like kind of peering through the skin where she plucks them off and whatnot, and then like her skin like regrows over it, of course.
Ooh,
But
He's a clicker.
do Morel's next.
We are. I don't know. Thok is just like.
If you ever need a supply of truffles, I believe I could probably figure out how to grow them.
Well, that's good because those are quite expensive around here.
I thought we were gonna grow them from the ground, not just from. Is that cannibalism technically? I mean, or is that like eating?
I believe if I eat it, it might be considered cannibalism, but I think you guys should be fine.
I point at the like mycelium that's coming out of your arm, and I'm like, would that happen to people who eat the mushrooms?
No. I think this is a special my special circumstances. Oh, right, William, yeah, I'm not really a person. Or well, I am, but I'm not the same as well, okay, I feel like this is self-explanatory.
I kind of like put a finger out as like, it's okay. And then I wink at her and go, we all have our secrets.
It's a very long story.
I'm sure it is.
I'm gonna go
One that I would be very interested in hearing at one point.
maybe after a few drinks.
Well, do you want
Well-
those drinks now or later?
But Felka's behind the bar and is just like picking up a stein, like one of the few like big steins they have. And it's like, well, this sounds interesting.
I do believe our gambling friend did want to hear the story as well.
But-
It does relate to the experience of death, but I don't know if she's readily available.
Oh yeah, she came back here with us.
Yeah.
Is she
Is
still
she
here? or
still
did
is she
leave?
still at the tavern?
Yeah, she's still at the tower. She's invisible though. She decided she just wanted to stay invisible. So
Okay.
I kind of like reach around. Is she near me?
you reach.
Do I pat on her?
You do pat on her. Roll a d4 to see where you pat.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
I'm
no!
gay.
Nice.
I'm gay.
Grabs the titty. Oh,
Oh, good morning.
hello there.
You kind of like whack her in the back of the head. She's like, oh. By the way, yeah, though we retconned her name to be Mary, I do remember what her name actually was. So,
What was
it was Caitlin.
Caitlin.
it? Caitlin.
Yep.
I kind of like shake my hand. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bat you on the back of the head. Are we going with Caitlin or Mary?
Up to you guys. Whichever one you'd like to do.
How Caitlin sounds.
Yeah, let's go
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
All right.
You can come out of being invisible here, Caitlin. This tavern's fine.
It's more just in case, my god that cursed me is watching. You know.
Fair enough.
Gods have eyes everywhere.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, she's here, Mom.
Oh, I said gods have eyes everywhere. It's biblically accurate.
Be not
Yes.
afraid.
Yes, but she's here to hear the story.
Well, oh yes. Is there would you mind if we go somewhere more private? I don't want to freak people out.
Oh, of course. Do you want to go into the side
To the
room, or do you want
room!
to go to my room?
The sunroom should be fine.
Bring a fair bit over, Fel.
Of course, master.
You don't have to call me that anymore, remember?
Sorry.
Dagon is just clipping through the wall and he.
I'm over here at the window looking at Muley.
Okay, maybe it's not just me, right? The Forge is a little like funky McDunky right now, or
Yeah, the pings are.
Yeah, the pings. I think the ping add-on needs to be updated.
I'm gonna.
I don't think it's
I'm
been
gonna refresh.
updated yet because I just updated the system, so I don't think the pings have updated. Oh,
So we're just
we
pinging
also
this right now.
don't have
Oh, the
imports.
dice.
Well, we haven't had dice this entire time because the dice fucked over everything. Give me one second to
Oh, yeah, the
manage the
import is
modules.
gone.
Wait.
Yeah, plutonium import's gone.
Oh.
We're gonna deactivate everything and reactivate. Give me 1 second.
We do a little bit of troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Ah!
While I'm doing that, you guys have.
God has taken us offline.
God, the universe!
Things are back. The universe, it sings for me.
What is that scissity?
What? I still don't understand what that means. What is? I need to Google.
Okay, so
We're
the
gonna have it
pings are
reset one
back,
more
but
time.
plutonium's not.
Yeah, it's because I deactivated everything. I had to deactivate then reactivate, so it's resetting. But you guys entered this room. After a couple of minutes, Felt comes back. Oh, it's not working.
It's
That's
very
fine.
laggy.
Yeah, it's gonna do that. Don't really worry about too much of that. You guys can,
The pings
do
are
a
gone
little
again.
role play. Yeah, just it's
If
fine.
you want to troubleshoot while we roleplay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Right. Where?
Oh.
So I guess when Fel comes back with a drink, Aman will just kind of knock the first one back, just right out the gate, just to get her started. Right. Where is the best place to start, do you think?
Well, I know absolutely nothing, so
Thing you remember.
Well,
you said you kind of spawned on the island.
yes. Well, that is unfortunately the almost fairly close to the end of the story.
Oh,
So I mentioned that I'm from the other side of the. I wouldn't even say the continent.
Log
It's-
back in.
I'm coming.
It's
Pings are still broken, but that's just gonna be broken. It's fine.
Is plutonium up?
Plutonium is.
Freya, do you remember the city that we said Amon was from?
Ooh.
Dinkelberg.
It
You
was the
were-
ringed city.
You were from Patton.
Yeah.
I know that place.
So, I'm originally from a city called Padton. I'm sure it's not quite surprising to say that I grew up in an orphanage and kind of a ruffian. I had slightly made a name for myself as a thief, kind of vigilante thief. They called me the Magpie because of the feathers in my hair. And I think my bounty just got a little bit too big for my head, and I was trying to steal from the wrong crew, and I was thrown overboard on a ship and washed up on the shores of an island, where I had found out that I had unfortunately passed. But as you can see, I am still here, so I was brought back by, I think what Marcane put it as was a divine fungus. Is
Which
that
makes
correct?
more sense to him existing than a ghost.
Yes, I mean, it is neither. It's a deity of a sort, but it's kind of it's very hard to explain. It's their presence is constantly with me, as well as the other people that lived on the island. There are some natives, as well as other folks that had unfortunately washed up on the shores and passed.
Oh, so
But-
you became a hive mind.
No, it's not a hive mind. It's we have our own free will, but you, we're connected by the mycelium. We are a net of people, not a hive mind.
Fel comes in with a couple of beers and a bottle of meat and places it down. There were some empty glasses and bread and fruits and various things, and says, "If any of you need anything, please just holler." And then he walks out.
Thank you, Phil. Sorry. We're connected. It's not that I can hear their thoughts constantly, but there are times where the connection is stronger, like when there's something that I must do for the island. I don't have a debt to them, literally, but to me, I owe them the greatest debt of all. And that is why they have. And she's like kind of fidgeting because she's not really sure how everyone's gonna take this. They gave me a purpose, right? They want to. The island's goal is to help people that unfortunately pass, and in order to help people, they can't remain on the island forever, since they can only help people on the island. So they asked me in exchange for my abilities if I would help spread the island's reach.
You hear inside your head the word of propagate.
Propagate the mycelium.
So
That's
you're
the
making
word.
more ground zeros of this mushroom.
Essentially, yes.
No, I have
It
no
is
problem
not
with that.
they are not an unkind presence. They simply, those that do not wish to be part of the mycelium do not have to be part of the mycelium. There is always an option to let your spirit move on, for lack of a better term. I simply chose to be the champion that they elected to leave, and where I spawned on that island up north is another part of the island. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that the spread has begun there.
Does that mean if one of us were to die in combat, we could become like you?
If I'm not I'm not sure. I wanted to I tried with Gobtrissimo when he passed before rock intervention. But I believe that when I am stronger and I have more power, my connection will strengthen with the island. And I will be able to, soul willing, bring people back in a similar manner to myself. If that makes sense. And I obviously wouldn't do it to people that don't want to become like me, because I understand that that's kind of not the most ideal trek to go down, not the most ideal path. But again, like soul willing.
There are many other more pleasant versions of immortality.
I don't know if I'm immortal. I genuinely
I'd assume if they
don't.
brought you back, then they would be keeping your body alive.
Well, clerics resurrect people, from my understanding.
Yes, but those people that they resurrect are not filled with the thing that resurrected them.
They're not mushrooms.
We'll see later down the line what happens when I try to bring people back from the dead.
Oh, and when I say immortal, it doesn't mean cannot die. It means does not die of old age.
I also don't know if that's the case.
Haven't lived long enough to find out yet.
I think I've only been resurrected for, goodness, about 2 weeks now.
Oh, so you're a child.
I'm a baby mushroom, yes. Though mushrooms grow considerably quickly.
Are you going to stay this short?
Not short, I'm average.
How tall is
Amon?
She's
How
about
tall is Amon?
5'6".
Yeah, William's only 3 inches taller than you, so.
I believe you're short by standards.
Oh, but that makes it easier for people to handle me.
Next to Dagon, who's 6'3", just like.
Falk is gonna bite the shit out of an apple at that response.
Just
Like, yeah, no, it is like a very like a.
it's a honey crisp.
I
See, the
love
difference-
Honeycrisps.
Honeycrisp.
See the difference? I refer to myself as fun-sized.
Tricimo's opened up the window and started petting Muley. Just
I believe somebody said that my growth was stunted.
They were also calling you short.
yes.
Take the sugar cube and give it to him. He loves them.
All right.
Anyways, I hope that this knowledge does not change any of your opinions of me. I don't really have. I mean, I have a choice, but I am choosing to try to help make the world a better place by propagating. And I do not get to choose where the mushrooms decide to grow, to spread.
It just kind of happens.
I also might have planted some seeds at the haunted mansion, but that doesn't matter.
And we have no. Yeah. What now?
Nothing.
You had sex with the mansion?
What? No.
At Shaw's house. Oh no, I gotta warn him about that.
I don't know exactly what will happen. I could ask, but I can't guarantee an answer.
If you could ask, if it's nothing major, if the area is not going to get covered in mushrooms or anything, if it's going to stay the way it looks, then that's fine. I don't give a fuck. But if it's going to change the way it looks, I want to tell Shaw to sell that place as quickly as possible.
Well, the mycelium tends to grow more on the underbelly of things. It spreads networks through root systems and over great distances. So I'm not sure on the upper
Everybody with a
side.
passive perception or anybody looking towards one of the windows right now
Jeez.
would see one char, hands crossed, leaning into the window that Gobtrissimo opened to pet Muley. And it's just like, you did what to my house?
I did what the gods deemed best.
So
You
that's
might
why.
want to sell quickly.
Is that why I've been hearing noises coming from the well?
What kind of noises?
Oh God! God damn it!
Excuse me, sir.
Ah,
Would you give this sugar cube to the donkey? He loves them.
Of course I can. No worry, sweetheart.
Amon, there were 3 children and a man dead in the well.
Oh, well, that would have been helpful to know.
Fuck.
I
Wait, do the mushrooms make?
Shar, your name is Shar, correct?
It's the nickname. Of course, you can call me that if you'd like.
Would you mind if I popped over, or we, whoever, could I take a look to see?
There's probably 3 children and a man in your well.
Oh,
Well,
would it
I
be the
don't
first time
know.
something like that's happened?
No, I know, love, but come on.
Beg pardon.
We're
I
into
used to
some weird
deal in.
things, Thonk.
I used to deal in people.
Where do you think I acquired Fel and Valnea at first?
I'm not going to ask questions I don't want to know the answer to.
Slaves.
Listen, I needed help around the tavern, and people were lazy and didn't want to work.
You pay them, right?
Oh, they're no longer slaves.
Okay.
As
Anywho,
with the decree of the land and all.
anywho, you wouldn't mind if I just
I'll
visited, right?
I'll help them out of the well if you'd like and get them cleaned up.
I would also just like to see if there is any changes in the fuzz.
Oh. I mean, of course, and unless, whatever, it happens. Sure.
I deeply apologize. I wasn't quite thinking of the fact that that was your house now, as well as I just kind of listened to the voice in my head.
I think there's medication for that.
Oh, this isn't a schizophrenia type thing. There's a presence in my mind.
Schizo what now?
That sounds a lot like schizophrenia.
Mushroom gods and all the like.
You know what? This is.
Apparently.
I'm alright. I'm gonna go that way. I just wanted to tell you that now there was weird noises coming from the well. I'm gonna go back.
I get up and lean out the window and give him a kiss.
He
Aw.
smiles and honestly just kind of like grabs you and he's just like, "Hey."
Oh! I just kind of wrap my legs around him because he pulls me out the window, I'm assuming.
Yep. And, he just does a big old dip and it's just like, mwah. And then, like, kind of like tries to get you back through the window, but it doesn't work as well.
I just kind of step through the window.
All right. Well, I'm going to hope that the decomposition that happened to them isn't causing them to be in pain.
Could examine them, potentially.
All right.
We'll go deal with it, Shah. No reason for you to get your hands dirty with that.
Lovely.
And if there's any notable changes in the well underground, if anything looks odd, I'll advise you to sell quickly, if need be.
Well, I mean, if do they still have ownership of the land if they come back from the dead? Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to some.
Because
Oh,
I don't think they would.
Legally wise,
Because they did die.
certificates of death and all. I didn't get a certificate of death.
Then you never died. It's fine.
And you're still
Don't worry about
alive.
it.
Anywho, yes, I again, apologies. I just kind of.
you're fine. Just I don't know. Don't do it to another one of my properties.
I'll make sure that she doesn't do it to any of your properties. Yeah. Oh, Shaw, I have something I wanted to tell you. And I
Yeah.
kind of lean in. I lean out the window and lean towards his ear and look around. Do I see anybody else outside?
Give me perception.
Perception.
You see what seems to be just from around a corner. Whoop.
Uh,
Somebody with a
a
large
bird.
beak. Somebody with a large beak and raven black feathers just leaning up against the side of the building.
Seeing that, I just come back later and I'll tell you.
All right. Very cryptic, but I'll see you later. And he turns away and starts walking away.
Sorry, I turned your boyfriend's house into a ground zero.
Oh, that's fine.
The
He'll
mansion.
he'll be okay with it, and like I said, if need be, I'll advise him to sell before anything odd pops up.
You could monetize it.
What now?
He could, but I don't know if he cares about making more money. He makes quite a lot.
I guess I can probably try to slightly right the wrongs. I can't undo it, but
Oh no, that's fine. I close this window, and I come over here, and open this window, and lean out and around the corner. I'm like, "Hello."
Well, oh, hello,
Who are you?
spine,
You're spying?
spine.
Oh, Spine. Your name is Spine.
You? Wow.
Oh, you're a Kenku. I'm William.
William.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, William.
What are you doing? I was just curious because you were just leaning up against the side of the building.
I'm lost.
You're lost? Where are you trying to find?
The waiting owl?
Oh, that's this building.
Oh,
Are you waiting for someone here, or
yes.
who would that be? I can keep an ear out for them.
Thyra.
Thyra.
Can we hear any of this on the inside?
Oh, 100%.
Who's Thyra
Would-
again?
Thyra is the,
Long's girlfriend.
yeah.
girlfriend.
The Thonk Bonk?
We
The thonk
haven't
bonk.
put a label on it yet. Just stop it.
Thanks, fuck buddy.
All right. Well,
We
Spine,
haven't
come
put a
on in.
label on it yet.
You can come on inside, Spine. We'll send a message out to Thyra to let her know that you're here.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Hmm?
Would the sight of the Kenku elicit a reaction from Dagon?
Would it? That's up to you to decide.
Ah.
Or added flavor.
Roll a d12. If it's above, if it's the higher up it is, the more of a reaction you have.
Rolls a 12.
8 out of 12. How do you feel about this?
I feel like it would throw me right back into that vision, and maybe just be on edge.
Alrighty.
Is it a noticeable amount?
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys might notice Dagon kind of like stand up a little straighter, or his eyes dart around the room as he kind of recalls something that was traumatic.
I close the window, walk over, and put my hand on his shoulder. Are you all right, friend?
So, remember these dreams that people have been having because of this orb?
Yes.
Yeah, that was that last night. Would that have been last night in game? Or the night before?
Yeah,
Yes, that would have
would've
been
been the
last
night
night.
I had a dream where I relived when my father was killed. There was all these ravens and birds that looked just like that man. And now I don't know what to think of it. Does it mean anything?
Dreams are often very exaggerated versions of what happened in real life. I have found that fact comforting in times, though nothing I've never had a dream as explicit as that.
Vivid?
Vivid is the word. Well,
More than
no,
likely,
not
it means
vivid.
nothing.
It could have just been a projection of subconscious. Whereas the moment that your father passed might have been a diluted version of this vision that you saw. The brain likes to make things very dramatic because it's easier to digest.
And
I had this dream before, just never with the birds.
if it makes you feel more comfortable, do you want to hear the story of why I named this place the Waiting Owl?
Sure.
Everyone that stays, it had a different name at first, but I renamed it to the Waiting Owl because everyone that stays tends to, at some point or another, dream of some kind of bird.
There was an owl as well.
There you go. Could just be the effects of the land.
How very strange. The more I travel, the less weird I feel about myself.
Oh, there's many things that I could tell you that would make you feel much more comfortable about yourself, friend. I agger. Nothing sexual. Don't look at me like that.
Uh-oh. Oh, what? I don't know if you. I don't think you were here for it. Dagon's a total virgin.
Oh yeah, we had to give Dagon the sex talk.
About the fish in the
Tonk it-
nets?
Yeah, Thonk and I had to explain the fish in the nets to Dagon.
The fish in the
Listen.
nets.
Listen, I'm good at understanding, good at figuring out who people are. You don't look like the kind of person that would be into me, so don't worry there.
Hunter, password is password for the thing is underneath the link.
So we've had the fish in the nets and the mushrooms and the gods.
Yes. Fish in the nets, mushroom the gods, and then probably another one that'll pop up eventually.
The birds in the land.
The ghosts in the walls.
Oh God.
The orbs in the dreams.
Oh my god.
It's in the dreams.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I'm kind of like a bird person,
And she's gonna like her feathers are gonna kind of like.
Hunter, you there?
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Just trying to get everything logged in.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was waiting for camera to load.
Oh, lovely.
Fuck yeah.
if it's any consolation, Dagon, I believe that all of us have gone through and seen and experienced equally wild and zany things. I mean, the cat's out of the bag with my weird thing at this point.
It can't hear you,
Your mic's
Chris.
doing a fucky wucky.
See, so this thing, it mutes my mic with this tiny little switch, and it hits my nipple all the time. It mutes.
Oh, yeah, it's a nipple switch.
And the jack here and the jack that it plugs into the splitter are two different sizes, so I can't even
Well-
get it out of the way. It's terrible.
Have you tried turning the heater on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how hard are your nipples?
God damn.
They cutting glass.
It is like 66.
They're
in here.
flipping switches.
Nip flips. What was I? What was I saying before?
I
I
said
can't
the
remember.
Talking
cat's out of
about
the bag of the traumatic weird shit that we all go through.
Yeah.
And as you guys hear coming from the other side of the door, a lovely person that you guys do know very well. You know, that'd be you, Marcane.
Loaded.
You're fine. It's alright.
Brother.
Brother, where are you? What day is it?
You passed out for quite a long time after our little ghost expedition.
I think the
So I
ghost
don't
took it
know
quite out of
exactly
him.
what my character's been doing.
So, you've been doing some...
Freya and I left off on me being away.
Yeah, so you did indeed, like, rest for a couple hours, and then you decided that you were gonna do a little bit of experiments on the Ichor to see what would happen if you set it on fire, electrocuted it, stuff like that.
Science shit.
Yeah. Centrifuge, see if you're able to fucking split it. When you did the centrifuge for a little bit, you did see as like a small bit of what seemed to be this very wispy clear thing kind of like separated from the Ichor. And then as you stop the centrifuge, you saw as the wispy clear thing kind of just like slowly made its way back to the Ichor, but as it was away from it, the Ichor wasn't moving.
Can I specify one other test I would have wanted to do?
Yes.
How it reacted to other people and species and different races' blood?
Depending on how many people's blood do you have?
I say currently I have me, my brothers, and Amon's.
Gotcha. So with yours, it seemed as if it just sort of like absorbed it and added to the mass. With your brother's, his already is essentially the Ichor itself, but like non-moving. So it just kind of ignored it for the most part. And then with
I have to relaunch everything.
oh.
Pretty neat.
I didn't have
no
hard-
clue about my own blood. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Hardware acceleration.
Yep.
Yeah. And then with Amon's, you kind of see as Amon's, as you kind of take Amon's back out, you notice that it's no longer liquidy, it's just like bits of mushroom starting to grow and small, like slightly propagate. And you can see as the Ichor almost actively avoids the mycelium and the mushrooms that are there.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is.
I'm gonna make note of that.
I don't know how I feel about Marcane knowing that knowledge.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Interdasting.
I hope you had fun unpacking all of the things that we saw at the mansion, because we're going back.
Masturbate.
What do you mean? Why would we go back?
I
Amon may
believe
have
the
resurrected a
saying-
couple people.
We fucked around and now we're gonna go find out.
Me
I
too.
fucked around and now we're all gonna go find out.
Yep,
So-
we got some unfinished business.
Amon may have spread the spores at Shah's house, and now there's probably 3 children and a man that have been resurrected in the well.
Probably. Could not be that.
More than likely that.
I have that
But-
on these big jobs.
I mean, that can just be a me thing if you guys want. I don't need supervision unless you guys would like to supervise. I understand.
I mean, I can come with and bring my, my emotional support sword.
I can come with and bring my yelling axe.
Oh god.
I still regret buying that.
You hear from within the box. Do you still have it in the box? The axe?
A box or maybe like wrapped up.
Yeah, it was
Kinda.
wrapped up and put in a box and given to you. You hear from within the box. Wow, I get to see places.
Oh yes, brother! Look at this! And I'll bring the box out and I'll open the box. And maybe like as I open the box, the yelling gets like
It's just like, oh yeah, look at this. I feel air coming. Whoa, what's that?
I have a talking axe.
Hey man, how's
Get
it
rid of
going?
Get rid of it.
Is your brother
Arcane, I
always so mean?
apologize. That's my fault.
Is your
Get rid
brother,
of it.
Is your brother always so mean?
Martin,
No.
don't be such a stick in the mud.
He'll just warm up to you.
Inanimate objects should not be talking.
Oh, so this is another thing that you're scared of?
At
Ooh,
least
There's
he's
not-
acknowledging. At least he's acknowledging it this time.
Oh,
Rather
so
than
we're
just
making steps in
nope,
the
because
right
this-
direction.
I have never read a single good thing about any inanimate object that could talk.
What about the
Well-
one that you acquired? She's gonna pull Malachi out of her pack. What about the Malachi?
I mean,
Remind me who Malachi is again.
The Rock.
The Rock?
The Rock.
You know, where his brother, the brother Rock revived Gobtrissimo.
Fair point. I'll make a note of it. But that's the only one.
But
I
I
mean-
mean,
I'm good at warning people, especially if you're sleeping. You just shove me in the dirt in the center and I got you.
We have a permanent night watch. That's fantastic.
and we definitely won't have to worry.
You just
about
see
waking
Marcane
up.
just sitting there staring at all of you, just eyebrow twitching.
He's got the Pokemon the
Oh,
Oh,
little
yeah.
angry, the anime angry symbol on his head.
No. He's just yeah, basically. Whatever, just keep it in the box.
Put me back in the box.
I take the earplugs that I have and I hand them to Marcane.
Probably wipes them on his chest and then sticks them in.
I hadn't used them yet.
Fair
Axe.
enough.
How do I address you? Do you have a name?
Man, I'm just an axe. If you want to name me, that's up to you, man.
Right.
Life is crazy. I'm a mason made outside that asshole shop.
I will name you Splitter.
Splitter, I like it. We're doing good.
I'll keep you out of the box.
Master Splinter.
More like Splinter.
If you promise to be quiet, I'll keep you out of the box.
If I had arms, I would do that whole zipping thing.
Or a mouth.
All right, then
I
I'll
do have a mouth.
like
It's right
thread it.
there.
Thread it. Through my
Who
waistband
would
and-
you say is closest to me, by the way?
Definitely your brother right now.
You might have heard me just say, I mean, it's not like my scythe doesn't talk to me, so.
Would
I'm
I know
also
about that?
there.
Would I have told you about the demon in the scythe?
I remember
What now?
you were talking to it in our session 0 that you. or
You,
no, I wasn't in the cellar with her mother.
you would probably have suspicions, but I don't think you know that there's
Maybe
what's
like
in it is in it.
yeah, hearing
So-
you whisper to it and stuff.
So all of us except William presumably have talking thing, like talking inanimate objects, or a voice in there.
I just have a fancy deck of cards.
It's not an inanimate object. It's my fucking uncle.
Yeah,
it's
but
a
your fuck,
sword.
your Funkle is in an inanimate object.
He's not a funkle. He's my morkel.
What is
He's
a
your
funk?
dead uncle.
is
a
a morkel?
uncle.
He's a mock orc uncle, so he's a morkel.
What the fornkle?
What the funkle?
All right, we're gonna get you guys back to the haunted mansion if that's all right.
Yeah, we can
I've heard
we
many
can
things about this mansion.
we can chat on the way here.
I want to pull Dagon off to the side a little bit while
I
we're
also
walking
wanted
there.
to do that.
Well,
That's fine.
fuck you, me first.
Well, while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna worry about making sure everyone has fucking tokens here.
I'm gonna pull Dagon off to the side a little bit, and later tonight I do want to talk to you more about that dream.
All right. I will. I'll ponder it more. That way we can pontificate together. He says it like he's been reading, like how big words for big guys. That's he's like.
Big words for
words
big
for big
guys. I love
If
that
anyone
sentence.
goes in his room, you find a big words for big guys book.
It's a
Marcane
picture
got-
book.
Marcane got it for him for his birthday.
Yep,
Please.
there we go.
Please draw me pontificate.
Oh
God. I know a little bit more about dreams than you would think, so I can possibly bring some meaning to the birds.
And the bees.
Don't I have?
No, just birds.
You might find this. You might find this interesting.
Oh,
And I pull out from like my chest, like a
Like
pocket.
we-
Yeah, from
pulls
the
out his heart.
the deep V pockets. I pull out a black book.
Caltrissimo opted not to come on this adventure because he did not want to go back to the
Where he
fucking
almost
haunted
died.
place.
Easy.
Yeah, yeah.
Understandable.
This book transcribes my dreams.
Oh.
I never write in it, and it writes them down. I have no idea what to make of it.
Would you mind if I take a look at that? Not right now. We can do it later when we
Certainly.
talk.
Some explanation to these things would be great.
I can at least bring some semblance of an explanation to your most recent one. I'm talking quiet too, so that other people can't hear me.
Mhm.
How? If I'm close enough and notice y'all talking, I might have tried to listen, but I might be in a book. I don't know exactly what we're doing.
You
We're
guys,
walking
you
to
guys are
the-
currently walking back to the fucking
the
house that
haunted
you were at
house.
yesterday.
I imagine Amon's probably being obnoxious and bothering you.
So after a couple minutes, you guys have this conversation, whatnot. Somebody roll me a D100. It's enough for there to be a D100 amount of time.
19.
That was a fast motherfucker. How did you do that?
As a macro.
Hey, Sam.
Nerd.
I was first.
Yeah. Ooh. Alcohol. All right. So nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys. It's a nice day. There's no storms. It's
You don't notice anything.
You don't. Yeah. You don't notice anything. A cat walks by.
Kitty!
What? To Cam.
Um,
Is this on a 7?
after
Kitty kitty.
after Dagon and William have their conversation, Amon kind of looks around, grabs Dagon and grabs Bonk, and just kind of goes, "Okay, so Marcane is very scared of ghosts. I want to spook him because I think it'd be very funny."
DM.
Huh?
I have a 24 passive perception.
Well, he probably heard me talking.
I would say.
I don't know about that. I think if my brother is afraid of ghosts, he probably has good reason for it.
His reason is he can't explain it, which is a very stupid reason because there's a lot of things in life that you can't explain.
Very little.
Shut up.
Shut up.
William, can you bother him while we're plotting?
What are we plotting?
Funny things. Don't worry about it.
Who am I bothering? You, Amon?
No.
I'm bothering you? Alright, I'm coming over.
I want to scare Marcane because I think it'd be funny.
Well, I think he knows.
Well, yes, obviously now, but if you... you do it
She's
when
hoping I get lost in the moment.
I can't have any fun around here. First I get yelled at for making ground zero, now I'm getting yelled at for trying to
Did we yell at
my
you?
friends. I get
By no
scolded.
means am I stopping you.
You got scolded by Shah, and let me tell you, he's not putting much effort into that because
Can't have shit, yell Cinderin.
That's it.
Alright.
I'm not turning any of you into mushroom people now.
I didn't want to be a mushroom person to begin with.
And so, as you guys, you guys start coming up onto the house. It took you guys. It's like 5 in the evening now.
why is everyone hiding underneath me?
This house is scary.
That's
don't
not
know
the
what to make.
position, William. And
We're all
Troy.
clumped together like fucking Scooby Doo and Shaggy. Just
Just
Retro Raggy?
retro.
Come on, just goes in. Balls to the walls.
Alright, let's go to the well.
wait, Amon, aren't you afraid that they might have gotten out of the well without our help?
This is interesting.
They
Hello?
might.
Hello?
Oh, there's a
Is anybody
bunch of
here?
ghouls in here.
Nope. We need to go.
Oh,
What the
okay.
fuck was that?
Did you hear that? Oh, wait for me, Thong.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Hello?
Like the two biggest dudes in the group.
I just looked down the well.
I'm
Yeah.
incapable of moving my token.
I will
Uh-huh.
move you for you. I'm just gonna let you fucking go straight to the wall real quick. It's fine.
Arcane's the ghost now.
All right.
I looked down the well.
You look down the well. You've got dark vision, correct?
Yes.
Yes?
Beautiful.
Yes. 60
So
feet.
look at that. So you look down the well. Oh, sheesh! Why is there combat encounter? That's not supposed to be there yet.
Yet?
And so you guys do hear what seems to be a
Hello, friends.
Come on, talk to them with your mushroom talk.
You do feel a bit of a stronger connection going on right now. Like it doesn't feel fuzzy. Feels a little bit more like clear-ish.
Do I make out any words particularly?
You hear what seems to be a very... You remember that voice of the small child?
Mm-hmm.
You hear... hi.
Can I speak with them also in brain?
Yes.
In brain.
Hello. Do you remember me, little sapling?
Who? What am I?
Why don't I come down there and explain? Does any... speaking out loud now. Do any of you have some rope?
We yeah,
do.
no, we have.
Yes.
You see William just start climbing down.
William, if you don't mind, before you make things too hasty, I believe it would be best if I make first connection.
That's fine. I'm just going to go halfway and stay there.
William,
Just so I'm
as
close by.
you get halfway down, you can see what seems to be what the bags once were and the body of the dad and the children. You can see that it's kind of this weird amalgamation that's like very just... You can hear a little bit... Everybody hears this sort of bone crack just like... as it looks up.
Can I lower Amon down with a tentacle?
If you'd like.
That
I'm
I'm
way
staying
she-
right here.
William, I believe for your safety, it'd probably just be best if you stayed above.
If
well.
things get hairy.
You hear within your mind, there's something scary. It's connected. Oh, this is weird.
All right, I'm going down.
So you start going down, and you as you get closer, you can see the amalgamations of the bodies and the decay, and you can kind of see where the mycelium, not knowing how a body is, kind of just connected all of the bodies together into some weird amalgamation.
Okay.
And then you see from the walls where the mushrooms have started to grow more, you can see as a creature, not a creature, as like a small figure kind of coalesces from the spores, and it looks like the little child.
Hello, little one. I'm
I what
sorry that
what
this is.
I what is I what
So, can I kind of like? I don't know how to explain this best. But she's going to reach out, and I know that with the circle of spores, the spores are by default invisible. But can I make them
visible? Yeah, 100%. You
So-
can make them kind of like turn on a bioluminescence.
Could
Yeah.
cast fairy fire on him.
That doesn't work out. I don't think that's how it works. But I'm gonna kind of turn my spores on, turn the lights on.
Very sorry, little one, but it appears you've become like me. I am your one with the mycelium now. Though
Mycelium?
unwittingly it is a type of mushroom, my friend.
As you see the coalesced of the spores in this figure, you can see that it is weird, and you kind of start to feel the small connection as you can hear in this back of your head saying, "A new one's born. Look at that."
We are a part of a larger group of people back where I am from.
They are not. They're new.
You are a new kind of being. You are separate from me, but we are still similar. Do you feel the connection as I do?
And I'm saying this, I said that last part in my head.
You can kind of see as the entire time its mouth has not been moving, and it looks at you and then looks at the creature and then looks at you, and it's just like, yes.
If you do not wish to be a part of this, I can fix it if you wish to rest. But if you wish to explore,
I am alive.
you are.
What does that mean?
You are alive in a different way than you were before.
You
You have
guys,
been given a new chance, but you are changed.
it looks up and you can see the mycelium like slightly growing a little bit taller. And it says, "Can I go out?"
You can. You are allowed to grow as you wish. I will not stop you.
How do I grow?
Mushrooms, mycelium, and spores, what you are. What they do
What's
best
going on
is
down there?
propagate. You merely conjoin with the life around you. You form symbiotic relationships, essentially. Where there is death, you grow. Where there is decay,
I need
thrive.
decay? Decay? What's decay?
Fallen trees in the woods provide ample sustenance.
De-
They're
Decay.
the dead animals on this that pass.
Animals.
Plants.
You see as the spore figure points off at the, amalgamation that has sort of spawned into existence from the left bodies here. And says, decay?
That is a form of decay. It's a
More.
deeply tragic form of decay. I
Can
advise
I
you to
consume?
I'm trying to think.
Consume.
You
I
are
grow
not
through decay, right?
Your growth brings new life. That is another life. You are not to take lives. That is not what we do. We grow where there is pre-existing tragedy.
Whoa.
We are not here to...
Do I need more to decay? Can I have more to decay?
You do not cause the decay.
Then how I grow through decay, right? Confused.
I understand. It's a confusing process. Is there any way that, like, I can kind of bridge the connection from the main island to this person, this...
You can certainly try.
What would you like me to roll?
What I would like for you to roll is... You could just give me a wisdom, I would say, or con. Both of those would work.
23.
Alright, so, you definitely can do this. You kind of, like, stick your hand out to it. And as you do so, you see as the spores kind of form a more solid piece, and it looks at you, and then it moves its head forward and bites down. Just...
Okay. I was thinking more of like a touch forehead moment, but that works too.
It's a child. It doesn't know what's going on.
Consume the spore.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And so, as you do so, you can feel this sort of connection building. And everybody else that's looking down that can see down into the well will, because you're like halfway down, you see as these sort of slight mycelium-esque little sort of growths start to come off of her shoulders, just a tiny bit. That almost mimic like the bones of wings. And I would like a con save from you, Aman. As you can feel this connection growing between.
I'm not very good at constitution, but
It's
whatever.
fine.
Good at constipation.
Hey, yo.
You feel these... Oh, look at that! Yeah, just fine. You feel as the connection sort of strengthens, and as it happens, a little bit of... For a second there, as it starts to poke through your armor that you have and the cloths that are on your character. And you can hear the connection. Welcome, little one.
Is this Avatar?
Please. Take a breath. And simply know what it means to be. And it's mushroom dance. And this is where, at that moment, you can see as sprouting around the small little mushroomoid are little mycelium mites starting to pop out of the ground. And then you, William, you see these little like tiny mushroom people that are like an inch tall just sort of pop out of the ground, arms and legs, and it's just like looking up, looking at them, and is like they start walking over towards the large monstrosity that was kind of formed here. And you see as they start like growing slowly as they start to put their hands on it and then take things apart and start to like reorganize the bodies essentially. And then the little mushroom the little mushroom spore person, you see as their eyes just kind of wide open, they stop biting your hand and they replace it with their hand.
Do you understand now, little friend?
I understand. I
Do you know what
must
it is to be?
I must help. I must bring more to understand.
We are creators of life, not destroyers.
In other words. Yes.
You have been given a great duty and honor. You are a new life and a new starting point for us.
She's saying this all in the connection world.
You can see now, William and whatnot, you can see as the spores around Amon and anybody else who's looking down that would actually be able to see. You guys see as these spores, they all seem to be sort of dancing in between each other. The different colors and the small bits of light that are sort of popping off just really make for this little scene of essentially like tiny jellyfish just running back and forth, relaying information, small sparks here and there. And the little one, the little spore person, looks off to the side and sees the little mycelium mites kind of deconstructing this large monster and reconstructing them in the individual bodies. You see as the smallest one sort of has been ripped off, like all the bones reorganized and whatever skin that could be there is there. And you see as the spore person just kind of goes over to that body and lays down, and you could see as all the spores kind of instantly freeze and it starts to congeal and create and reform these, well, this specific body. And the little kid sits up really quickly, just breathing. Thank you.
Welcome back.
I am not this one.
I know, but you are back on this plane.
It's their body is back on its plane.
Yes.
I just borrow.
This little one had a name, but I won't call you that because I know you are not her. Would you like a name, though? Something we can call you.
I think that would be nice.
How do you feel about the name Micah?
I like it.
Well then, little Micah, welcome to the world.
Smiles. You guys also notices some of the flesh that was left over on the other bodies are just being like literally devoured by some of the mycelium mites. You can see as their hands are just going into it, and then those chunks are just dissolving into their system.
Wilders.
And as each chunk is dissolved, you can see is on the sides of the well, a little bit of spores are just coming up. And then the mycelium grows.
Never mind.
Amon is gonna kind of kneel down and like open up her like arms a little bit, like for a hug. You're going to do great things, little Micah. You're going to help a lot of people.
I hope I can.
You will.
It gives the most unhinged kind of creepy smile because it doesn't know how to control muscles very well. So it's just he.
The Terminator smile. The
Yeah.
Are you comfortable doing this on your own? I will check in on you from time to time, but I cannot stay.
I should be okay. I think out would be good.
I will help you out. Take my hand, little one. Come here. She's gonna kind of like scoop up the body, little Micah. And then is the tentacle still down there?
I guess so.
Give a little hug to the tentacle.
Right.
Just
It'll start like shrinking up, not like being pulled up by a rope, but like
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
As you're going up and you pass William, he just looks at you. Is the child
Little-
moving out of the well?
Yes.
Moving out, getting evicted.
So there's going to be no more noises down in the well?
Aside from the myceliumites, probably not.
What? Are they loud?
Can be. They're chattery bunch.
Did we just start a play?
Can you tell them to stay away from the opening of the well so that they don't cause too much noise in the house?
I don't know. I'm assuming like you kind of grabbed on as we were going up.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm climbing up the wall, following you up.
How are you climbing, by the way?
Making it look natural, just grabbing bricks that are jutting out,
Gotcha.
climbing up.
I do hate to break it to you, but I do not know how long they will be contained in the well.
So I should tell Shaw to sell.
Sell or just
Make a new well.
this might become the only way I can put this is a sacred ground now.
I look down the well. I don't know if I'd call it sacred, but
Maybe not to you, but
sacred
to
is
me
subjective.
and the mother mycelium and those that follow us. It is. It is
Well,
a new.
my suggestion is you might want to work out a deal with Shaw then, because he would be losing quite a lot on the place. And he wouldn't be happy with that.
I will attempt to. Hopefully, we can sort out some kind of deal.
Hopefully.
Oh. And as we come out of the well, child, I put them on the ground. Everyone, this is Micah.
I knew she had sex with the house.
Abomination.
Micah is neither mine nor anyone else's. Micah is simply their own being.
It looks so this small little, human. It looks at everyone, and then it looks at Marcane as you say abomination, and it says, abomination? Why does that seem like it hurts?
You must forgive my friend Marcane. He is not very careful with his words.
Well, we also don't have the same beliefs that you do, Amon.
I understand that I follow a very unique path. However, I ask that you would treat Micah with the same respect that you would show me. We are not the same, but we are very similar. And if
I
you
have a
are going
question.
to cast any words at Micah,
What's the
they should
question?
also be directed at me.
Am I
What's-
looking at a dead child resurrected by fungus?
You were looking at what seems to be the body of a dead child that has been reformed by a fungus.
With
one
a
of the-
different person inside of it.
Yes. With a different consciousness. It does look like one of the ghosts that you saw that you don't want to admit you saw. It looks like the youngest one, actually.
Grotesque. And I'm just gonna stand off from the group while y'all figure out what we're doing here.
The little kid walks up to Dagon and it pokes you. As it pokes you, you do feel this weird urge of just like kind of wanting to step away, just one step. But I'm not sure if you follow that urge or not.
Yeah, he would, but then would also remember the times that people had done that exact thing to him and how it sucked. And then he'll take out one of the little wooden carvings that he gave to the kid way back in his hometown,
Yeah.
and he'll give a wooden carving to Micah.
Micah holds on to it. And you can see as it holds on, you can see the roots of the mycelium coming out of its fingers and kind of just enveloping it and then holding it. And you see as it stays in peace and intact, but it's, you know, you see as it's also being kind of like probed and prodded and
It looks
absorbed.
Like Yuli.
Looks like muley. That's great.
Micah is learning.
Do I live here?
You exist here. We are working. We will work something out for you, my dear.
Okay.
Do not worry. Let me figure these things out.
You see as they just kind of like plop on the ground and like lay down looking up at the twilight-esque sky or so. Ooh, that was a nasty sneeze. Whew. Fuck me.
Thank you.
It sneezes. And no.
We do.
We do.
Alright, what else would you guys like to do?
I toss a sugar cube to the mushroom people. and see
Oh
if
yeah,
there's anything.
Ahmad totally would have grabbed one in her hand and been like, "Oh my god, I missed you so much. You were so cute."
Gotcha. Definitely would have been like, hey!
I imagine them as being like the Jumanotes from Stardew Valley, but like little mushroom people.
They're the soot sprites from.
That's what I imagine.
Yeah.
Sprites of
Spirited
varying
Away.
sizes.
Yeah, the soot sprites from Spirited Away.
I love those things.
I pictured them as crabs
Little crabs.
Crabs.
from my underwear. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
Wait.
It's just like, do. What?
I'm just kidding. I don't have those. I don't have any underwear.
Dagon goes commando.
The deepest V.
The deepest
God,
V.
no.
Marcane contemplates the the option of dissecting it and realizes that won't go over well, so it doesn't say anything.
All right, so you guys make your way back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
take a
take
listen.
Amon to Shar's place.
All right, by all means.
You want to work out the deal sooner rather than later.
I imagine that'd probably be best. Would you mind just doing the introduction, since I have met this man on two other occasions?
Go.
So, you know that around this time he would be in his lovely wares, down in the undermarket. Though selling what at this point, who knows? But yeah.
Well, we go back to the waiting owl then.
Alrighty. And you go back to the waiting owl. Wow. Beautiful. Welcome back. How do you take him there? Who else going?
I would just be bringing him on, but if somebody else wants to come, I'm not gonna stop them. Actually, no, I'm just bringing him on.
Okay.
What time is it?
At this point, it'd probably be around 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Question.
What?
Do I still have the bones?
If you have the bones, then you have the bones. Did you ever
Like
take them out of the air?
The bone wings thing
Yeah,
That was on the.
you.
That
With
was
the
on-
mycelium.
I thought that was on the child.
No, that was on her. That was on
That
Amon.
was on Amon.
There's a bit of mycelium bone-esque looking, like hard things that have very sharp things that have kind of like ripped through the armor just a bit. But only a small bit of that is there.
Would I notice?
This is something that just felt like it was growing naturally. I'm not even sure if you would.
Probably not then.
All right, follow me, Amon. But we get back here.
William, before you leave, I have a question.
Okay.
Is there an alchemy shop in town?
Yes, and I point him to the. I pull up a map and then point him to the shop that we went in. When we got the invis potions when we were going into the castle.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mental snapshot of that.
Easy. You remember.
Snapshot.
Just let him know that I sent you.
Thank you.
All right. So we have Amon, William going down to the underwears.
Now, Amon, don't tell anybody about this entrance.
Of course.
Hey, boss.
I don't
Hello.
think anybody needs to know about your back entrance.
Oh, damn!
And you see a trapdoor that's here. And if you open it, it just opens up to like a wine cellar. But you see William lean over and grab the handle and twist it 180 degrees and then open it. And it opens up to a long stairway down.
That's a neat trick.
It was quite expensive to get it outfitted like this, but it was definitely worth it. Come with me. And I start walking down. Oh, and close the door behind you.
Do I have to rotate it? Does it do it itself?
It'll rotate itself back.
A little bell rings. Ching.
Perfect. Now, there's going to be a lot of people down here. You would probably be poked and prodded just by casual walking through here. There's that many people. Don't take offense to it. It's probably just people bumping into you, but keep a close eye on your coin purse.
Would I cover my feathers in my arms? my oddities.
They see people like me on a daily basis. They see oddities quite often.
Okay.
You will probably be fine. If you feel uncomfortable, though, feel free. No one will say anything.
I'm gonna pull her sleeves down and put up her hood.
So, you guys make it into the underwear market. Anyway, so terrible jokes. I gotta giggle to myself. Inebriation in just a little bit. So you guys enter down here. It seems to be a very large open space after you make it out of his little entrance area. And you see what seems to be stalls upon stalls. There's one spot that's got what seems to be very nice walls put up down here. That seems to be a sort of a large tavern-esque looking thing. And you could hear the people talking. There's this big bouncer, this big Goliath looking dude who's standing there. Or was it orc? I think it was an orc that we said. Orc, yeah, a big old orc guy standing there, and he kind of like nods at William, and is just like, "How's it going? You here for gamble?"
Not today. I'm introducing a friend to Shaw.
I think I saw him heading off to his shop a couple hours ago.
He should be there.
Well, if you want to gamble, by all means. Also, you know anything about this mannequin lady that showed up?
What has she done?
She's just on the biggest losing streak I've ever seen.
Yeah, she has quite a story. You should ask her about it sometime.
Why not?
I feel like you will get quite the kick out of it.
You know, me and my oddities. Good story's always fun.
Yes. Has she bet anything weird yet?
She bet her left leg.
Yeah, she bet a hand to one of my friends.
Oh.
And she lost.
Which I
Yeah.
still have.
That her leg. Oddly enough, people kind of just folded on that one.
Like from the
You know
knee
what?
down?
Understandable.
It was more like from the hip down, and they just kind of like were playing. You know, they were playing poker, and he just said, "Nope," bailed out.
Yep, understandable. Yeah, I told her not to bet anything super weird.
You know, people and their versions of weird.
That's true. I was hoping she would stick to gold, though.
She's got gold? That's surprising. Probably not for much longer. All right.
Oh, probably not.
Nope.
Have a good day.
Yep. See you later.
And I just continue walking down to Shar's. Are there any, like, new stalls while we're walking?
There actually seems to be. And some of them, there's this one that, Aman, you see the symbol on it and you're just like, oh, no, I don't want to look at that. As it reminds you of a group that you try to plunder from.
I'm gonna pull the hood a little bit.
Yeah. William, I think you would notice her kind of starting to like.
William,
I kind of
walk
just.
a little faster.
I put my hand on her back and kind of just push her forwards a little bit. What did you do?
Might have been a group I tried to sweep in and steal from back in the magpie days, but
Which one?
I don't want to call more attention, but the
I look at the symbol. Do I recognize it?
You recognize stories of a um black raven esque looking bird, more of a hawk. Or black hawk for the symbol. You recognize stories. You recognize that somebody once said maybe like 20 years ago or so, maybe a little bit longer, maybe more like 75 years ago or so, of a statement of, did you hear? A group of people, they found pirate, the pirate of the skies horde, got themselves a nice ship. Also took over an entire band of pirates, turned them into mercenaries.
That was my first character. You fucked with the Blackhawks.
is that what they're called?
Yes.
It was on a dare. I think I was probably 16 at the time.
You're lucky you're still standing.
Well,
Was this the thing that did me in?
No, no,
Okay.
no. They went because you were a kid. They were like this much older tiefling. Would have been very dark, super dark skin. Would have been like, how dare you think you can? No, 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 no. If you were a couple years older, we'd kill you outright. Just get out of our hair and don't do it again.
yeah, I was about 16 at the time, but I'm not technically still standing.
That was Kaylin.
It was.
They
Did she
did
meet
threaten my
Achilles?
life, though.
Oh yes, they'll do that. Did she meet Achilles?
Yes, but Achilles didn't really say anything. Achilles would have been another tiefling-esque looking individual, very like,
You want me to get the picture?
yeah, if you would.
Very search.
Amon, queen of the callbacks.
Queen of the callbacks. Do I actually have? I think I might have one of his pictures somewhere.
You should. It shouldn't take me long to find his picture. It'll be in D&D chat too. That's that one. Not those. I should have it pretty soon here.
Like this. Okay, do I see it in here? That's the other campaign. Got so many fucking things set up here. It's crazy. Nope, that's the other campaign again. Oh, there we are. I found him. I found the boy.
Apparently, his picture isn't in our DMs.
It's
His
fine.
parents are.
There you go. Am I correct?
Hmm?
It's in D&D
Look at
chat.
D&D. Yep, that's Achilles.
Yep. There
Except
go.
you also probably would have seen that he has black and red wings.
Yes, 100% would have seen that.
Yeah, they're a spooky bunch. Not trying to judge that buried hatchet.
Yes, we'll leave it at the. You're lucky that they didn't kill you.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, you guys keep walking, and then there's another new little tent thing that showed up, and there seems to be very tall, skinny, seems to be a set of twins and a younger sibling. tieflings as well, but also very interesting eye colorations. Um, blue skin.
This is trying to me as kids.
It is. Sorry. Anytime I'm able to throw in little callbacks, I like to. And they seem to have what is like a shop that's got guns, different firearms and whatnot. But yes. And then finally, you make it to Char. Char is sitting there, and he's currently holding what seems to be a blunderbuss, and he's just like, what a peculiar thing. Oh, welcome. How's it
Hello.
how's it going?
It's going interestingly. You remember Amon, right? And I point to.
Of course.
She has something she wants to work out with you.
Does it involve the house?
It does.
Unfortunately,
Right? Well, what is it?
so I may have created a sacred ground by, well, my people's standards, as well as not a deity the wording, it's
A fungal messiah.
essentially.
Oh. Is that going to affect the house?
Yes, they have once
Could it be used to
my-
defend the property?
If anything dies on the property, it will be brought back.
Oh. I think I can work with that.
Though I am not sure physically how the property will remain. The island was very much not like your normal forests and expansive islands. It'll be in due time. I don't know how long. Could be years, could be centuries. It will turn into mushrooms.
Well, whatever could that mean, I do not personally care. If you say it's able to protect the house, as long as it survives long enough for me to die, then it's fine with me. So besides, if I die there, I come back, right?
You'll be like me, though.
Oh.
Mushroom
And-
person.
She rolls up her sleeves and shows the mycelium.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, but I could be all right.
It comes with very interesting benefits.
And then she's going to grow some
Please
chunks
don't-
on her arm.
Oh, oh God! All right, please don't do that around me. Oh, that was. Oh, William, sweetheart. This is somebody that you're allowing to stay in your building.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, I trust in the people you keep around. Are you asking me to not sell the place? Are you asking me to keep the place? What are you doing?
I'm asking to cut a deal in order to protect this place, that land, for both the mother island as well as the child that is now residing there. The Messiah.
It's a child.
Essentially, it is a new
Unfortunately,
being.
it chose the child's body.
I believe it was the most intact one.
Probably.
If that is is it like childlike in the way it I mean,
It is
William, you know I've always
childlike.
wanted to adopt, right?
Yes.
You think that
That's
might
very
work? Maybe I can teach it how to live amongst the people.
It is childlike in nature and in physicality, but I do not believe it will grow out of its childlike shape, though its consciousness will be developing.
Oh,
Probably rather
I've
rapidly now that I've established the connection.
I've heard plenty of, people with weird diseases. I can pass it off as that. Sure, why not? I think it'd be fun.
Their name is Micah.
Micah. All right. Well, I guess I should get together a fruit basket or something. Right? Right.
As long as you protect Micah, Micah will protect you.
And a bodyguard. This is just getting better.
The island is benevolent in nature and only wishes to help people. And by spreading it helps more people, so...
The more you tell me, the more it's getting me on that side of just kind of want to burn the place down, but I figured that would not be a good idea with you being here. So...
If there is any incentive that I may offer to prevent you from taking that action, that is why I am here.
Alright, well, oh, goodness. 1 second.
Arf.
Arf, arf.
Arf.
Arf, arf.
Arf. Arf.
Parental figure, someone is at the door.
I did not. You're fine.
Parental figure, someone is at the door.
Hey, Sabrina, calm down.
Sabrina fucking Hux.
Well, at that rate, yeah, Shaw is just like, well, if I'm able to, we'll see how the relationship grows. All right, how about that? Oh, no puns were intended. I never try to do puns. Puns are the least favorable jokes that exist in the world.
I should also warn you, there are also myceliumites there.
Oh, what?
She's gonna
Like
pull out the little guy from her hood.
You do notice as it's just kind of like laying in your hand, like this, and it's not moving.
Oh dear.
It doesn't move.
Oh no.
You killed it.
They naturally spawn where the spores grow. They are very friendly.
All right, then it's a possible army. Cool, I like this. This is all right. We're just gonna end it here. I think that would work. I'm gonna keep the house. It'll be fine. They'll be fine. Everything's okay. Up until it won't be okay, and then we'll deal with that problem when it shows up. Right, William? Right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Should
good.
any problems arise, feel free. You know where I am.
Yes. Sabrina, inside this.
But must Borg.
I love you, Sabrina. Come here. Come here.
She wants lap. She wants uppies.
Was that a neighbor? Or...
No, that was somebody. So somebody ordered pizza, and the guy thought it was my apartment. So.
Look at Sabrina.
She wanted uppies.
This is also just how I'm able to calm her down.
Also, Shar, I hope you don't mind, but I would like to check in on Micah from time to time, just to make sure they are doing all right.
Sure, that's fine. Like I said, it's okay. Everything will be fine. We'll figure it out.
Has a kid and then gives it up for adoption.
I would have been happy
Don't
to
fuck
play
any more
mom.
houses.
I won't fuck any more of Shar's houses.
Alright, fine.
Alright.
Oh my god.
I want my army of spore children.
A bodophile.
Alright, let us get back to the rest of the group. After we get through Marcane. Marcane, you went to the place. Did anybody else go with Marcane?
I need to pee. I'll be back.
I'll go with my brother.
Okay.
Make sure there's no ghosts at the alchemy lab.
Quiet, brother.
All right. So you guys show up. I don't remember what the person looked like because it's been too long. Well, did they say it was a dwarf?
Big freaky eyes too.
Big freaky eyes. Oh, eyes that were just kind of like buggy.
I thought were they like blacked out? I thought maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, this alchemy yeah.
Do you remember what his name was?
No.
No.
It's fine.
The
That's
axe
on
might,
another name.
But that's the axe.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
Exactly.
you show up. Your axe you can hear muffled. Just hey, how's it go? Oh,
Be quiet.
and you see as the alchemist who's sitting there just kind of lifts up his head and he says, I thought I said no returns.
I'm not here about a return.
Oh. Alright. So,
I figured you might be the only person in town who would have an interest in the band of Hob Eyes.
say that one more time. Your connection got a little froggy.
I pull out the Bander Hob Eyes. I figured you were the only one in town that might make use of these.
Oh, are those eyes from a beastie? I think that I would very much appreciate that. What is the beast?
It's a Bander Hob.
Oh, what? What? Right.
The thing that was eating people.
Oh, a thing that the guards found, or was told about, or whatever.
A nasty beast for sure.
Ah, goodness. All right, yeah, I
I'll leave
know.
it to your...
I'll gladly buy it from you. Say, both eyes intact.
expertly taken out.
Good condition. Let us say, as you know, I'm assuming you show it to him. You know, you allow him to pick him
Yeah.
up or wherever. He goes, goodness. Are you a doctor of some kind?
I am.
Ah, makes sense then. Let's say 50 gold for the pair.
Can you make it 70?
70. How about we go 65?
To be fair, we had to kill it.
People have to kill plenty of things to, you know, gather it and sell to me. So 65.
Deal.
All right. And he just takes out 65 gold and he places it down on the counter. He's like, all right. Anything else I can do for you? Keep that
Yes, I'm looking for...
bloody axe silent.
Yes, please. As he looks over at his brother. I'm looking for some equipment. An alchemy kit, a distiller of some kind, and
Distiller.
some empty flasks.
I got the flasks.
with corks.
I've got the flask. I got the alchemy kit, but I do not have a good distiller. I could probably fabricate you one, but that would take about a day or so, maybe a little bit longer. I'd have to get my buddy in glass blowing to stop on by.
It can also be done with copper piping, whichever is easiest.
Yeah, true, but the glass is a lot easier to clean rather than the copper. Copper, if it heats up too much, can release certain things into it. Whereas the glass, it's just
True.
full sterile. I figured you'd prefer the glass.
Preferably.
Well, what you trying to distill? I might be able to help figure out a better option. I'd have to temper the glass either way, so
That's not information I'm comfortable giving out.
all right. How big of a distiller do you need? Dimensions, the whole lot.
One that can process anywhere from an ounce of liquid to 10 ounces of liquid, so relatively small.
Oh, that's easy. All right, yeah, sure. Stop by in a couple days. Should be situated.
and I'll go ahead and pick up the flasks and the alchemy kit.
Right? Do you want me just to? The gold's still on the counters. Like, you want me just to subtract the gold from it?
Please.
All right. He takes off 5 pieces. He's like, all right, and 2 of the pieces of gold were for the, planning of the distillery, and whatnot. And you can pay the other 2 pieces for after the fact, once you got it in your hands.
Sounds like a fair deal to me. I will check in with you in a couple of days if you haven't reached out.
Of course. You're saying at the I'm assuming because your friend there, brother, you look like
The
siblings.
wing now.
Gotcha. All right then. See you when I see you.
Brother,
Yes.
shall we? As I point towards the door.
All right. Yes, that's. Sorry, this axe is quite funny.
Hey,
Real
yeah.
quick, Freya, just so you know, an alchemy kit is 50 gold.
Oh, well then, takes away the 50. You're fine. So it's like
Is there anywhere else you'd like
50.
to stop in town before they close up for the night, brother? Perhaps some new clothing, as he eyes your
Do I need new clothing?
how. I had to imagine you weren't wearing anything that looked particularly nice.
I guess so.
Do you think they will have
Like-
garments like back home?
Spider silk? Or what was it? Was that what it was?
Yeah, it was
I
spider
know I'm
silk.
wearing a. Yeah. Spider silk might be hard to find this far from home, brother. And if so, then it was probably very expensive.
Well,
But we
as
can go
long
find
as it has
something
a,
nice.
as long as it has a hood and a deep V, as I've been told it's called.
I'm sure we can find something appropriate.
You guys go on your way. Give me perception and or survival, investigation. Those 3 can all be
use
applicable.
Passive perception?
Passive perception being 24.
Yeah, or 23, sorry.
Yes, but it will take considerably longer than just rolling.
I'll go and give it a roll.
You give it a roll. Yeah, you find it. You find it took you about an
I
hour.
rolled a 4.
It happens. Took you about an hour, but you find it.
Oh, brother, this place looks like it might have something for you.
Walk in there. It's a relatively nice looking establishment. It's got like mannequins that have, clothes on them, stuff like that. It is, like 7 o'clock, so the person in here you see is they've kind of got most things cleaned up and they're just now working on what seems to be like a small project at their desk, trying to like fix something up. Just like
Walking around, I would look for like a mannequin that looks about my size. And
evening. We're closing in 30 minutes.
Yes, sorry to bother you so late. My brother here is a man with concern for some of his physical features, so avoiding the sun is normally our try. But we were hoping that your establishment might have a finer guard for him than this unfortunate sack he finds himself in.
Unfortunate. And it's done just fine.
We do indeed have plenty of things. They haven't looked up this entire time as they've been like, sewing these 2 pieces of fabric together, and they're just like, so are you looking for a new cloak or are you looking for a full outfit? Welcome to my haberdashery, by the way. I'm Peter.
Well met, Peter. I am Arcane, and this is my brother.
Dagon.
There you
A
go.
full outfit sounds nice.
Full outfit. All right. We do have plenty
Full
of
outfit
different.
and a cloak.
And a cloak. All right. So the cloak, we do have plenty of different things. We've even got stuff imported from other countries. The imported stuff is definitely a bit more expensive.
This guy's like a professional, right?
Yeah.
Has he looked up yet?
No, he's still very much in the middle,
Okay, good.
trying to like sew this stuff together. It's like, I will need to take your measurements though. So, done. And that's when he kind of lifts up, and this cloak is absolutely amazing. You see, as he's just kind of finished putting, like what seems to be an inner fabric inside of the cloak. And he kind of like holds it up, and you guys can see as this cloak has what seems to be inspired by vines at the top, and down towards the bottom you can see what seems to be tendrils.
Beautiful work.
Yes, embroidery has always been a passion of mine, though it takes so much longer to get these things done. And he puts it down and he looks up and he's like, "Oh my word! When you said sack, I thought you meant that as a joke."
No.
Simon, could you throw on music?
Bot's not working right now.
Oh, fuck, Duck.
Yeah, I was trying earlier, but
Simon, will you sing for us?
Alright.
Sing
I
for
will-
me, my angel of music.
oh.
Yeah, well, alright. But yes, what were you saying? Hunter?
Who? We left off on you saying, I thought you were joking, and I said, I was
No.
not.
Yeah. Alright. Well then, let us get ourselves situated here. Make it look nice and pretty. Come here, let me take off your hood if you don't mind. I gotta get everywhere without having anything in the way.
Oh boy, what do I do?
I warn you before he takes the hood off. There is a reason we need the hood.
Alright, well then, if he is hiding something such as horns or feathers or... Oh, there was this lady who came in with a second face on the back of her head, which was weird. Either way, I still need to be able to see, so give
I
best.
step out of the way and let my brother step forward.
Taking the hood off. I smoked a bad batch of giggle leaf, and this is embarrassing side effect.
Can you roll me perception, or not perception, persuasion or deception, either or.
Oh no.
It's up to you on saying that.
I'm standing behind him, just pinching the bridge of my nose.
What's up? Oh, that's a private roll? Dang, for everybody that can't see it, it was a 5.
Oh my word. Alright, before you try to sell me on some other thing, I don't particularly care. Work is work and money is money.
Well, as I clink my coin bag, money's not an issue currently. I would suggest keeping in mind that he needs some extra room in the limbs for potential other
Would you like a suit or would
limbs
you
to
just...
come out.
Okay, would you like a suit or would you like how would you like this? Let's do this. As you see
A
him,
vest might be best.
That's what I was thinking maybe something sleeveless and then the cloak to cover my arms.
all right, we can do that.
Sleeveless V-neck.
I am more of a suit tailor, so I might, see what I can put together for you.
Judging from your craft, I don't think we'll have an issue.
Of course. I appreciate the compliment. All right. You see as he kind of like eyes you up and down, and he takes like a mental note for the measurements, and he's just like, "Do you grow in size?" Not like that, of course.
Yes.
But Gotcha. So you are somewhat of a grower, understood.
Hey, hey. The fucking punk.
And so as that goes on, he actually takes all the proper tape measure. He's like, all right, would you be able to do such thing, or would you prefer just to give me a ballpark estimation on how much more you grow?
I don't think.
I look
like,
back towards the entrance. Are there blinds?
There isn't.
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
Is there a room we could step out of view of the street?
I've got what are those things that are like dividers for people to change behind?
Partition.
Oh yeah. Partition. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a partition, but I know there's another word for it. Hey Max, you know what the word is?
Scream.
What?
That was muted. It's the
Partition.
paper walls.
Paper wall. Yeah, there's things. Is a partition?
It can be a part. It's called a partition sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, there's
But
a
like
partition.
more commonly, it's screens. It's
Just
just called a
Japanese
screen.
rice paper screens,
Oh, okay.
kind of like that, or
Yeah. We have our screens over here that you could use.
Oh, they're called shoji screens. If you're wanting the
shoji
Japanese one.
screens.
We have some of our shoji screens.
what the fuck is a Japanese?
Right.
Then I guess
Yeah, right.
I'm assuming. Oh, I can talk telepathically.
Brother, am I to show this person?
I would prefer we get something that I'm saying this out loud because brain. I believe you should. We're paying for his discretion as I look over at him. Correct?
Of course. Money is money and money talks.
All right.
I want to get something that'll fit you that won't tear whenever you gotta do your thing.
Then yeah, I guess I will kind of go through the motion of turning my arm into like a hand turns into a sharp spike, and then
The club.
bone.
Just the ones that
Yeah.
alter your dimensions.
I don't have any of those yet. I don't think.
It's
I have
fine.
I have a potion that lets me grow, but
It's fine. You go through the things that would happen, you know.
yeah.
And he's like, all right, and these are the dimensions. All right, come back in 2 days. And it is indeed a 20 gold charge for the discretion added, and also the speediness, I'm assuming, in which you would like. Seeing what...
Preferably.
Yes. I will have a couple of sketches drawn up here shortly. If you give me a second, I can show them to you and whatnot. And, you know, just for sake of making this easier, you can do the 20 gold, blah, blah, blah. He shows you things. You can describe to me what the thing looks like after it's already given to you. So start thinking about what your new clothes look like.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I'm
and
gonna
then
hand him 50 total.
50? All right.
And then
Thank
whatever else you need afterwards, we can discuss then.
Of course.
Thank you, brother.
Indeed, brother. I can't have you walking next to me looking like that.
Brother. Brother.
All
Does he
right.
say anything? Does he take note of like what I'm wearing? Because by comparison, this is like some of the finest clothing you can.
Yeah. He's seen this. You're wearing pride silk, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just like, I
Not
see you've
spider silk?
got pride silk.
No, I'm not
on
wearing
you.
spider silk. I'm wearing pride silk.
I see you have pride silk. I believe there's only a couple places in the world that produce that.
I was awarded for an achievement when I was in the college. Is oh man, what's the name of that city? Overworld, help me.
Eh?
Of that city, as it loads, of that city. I said the name of it, but I don't remember the name of it.
I get you. It's like, yes. Do have a sibling that lives out in that way. I'm not sure if he was the one that made it. Could I see the inner tag, if it's still there, of course?
I haven't removed it. It's still there.
Right? He opens it up, or he looks at it in your collar, and he's like, "Oh yes, it is by their hands. Lovely. It's always good to see his work around." All right. I do have 2 minutes before the shop closes, he pulls out a pocket watch. So, I prefer if you leave now, so I can get to work.
Understandably.
All right.
We shall check in with you in a couple days.
Of course. And such, you guys walk out. Everybody meets back up at the Waiting Owl. We do have a drug deal that needs to happen.
Drugs.
Drugs. I'll go back to the Waiting Owl. Everyone's here. I'm going to move everybody into their spots. You guys notice that Spine is not there anymore. Spine's no longer there.
Bye, Spine.
Bye, Spine.
Moving everybody over here.
Oh, but Healy was gonna get. Okay.
All right, everybody's back. Everybody's back together. Congratulations. Velkrath is looking very exhausted as today seemed to have been a bit of a busier day. Velkrath. Yes, time for drug deal. Time for drug deal. Anybody have anything you want to say to people? Who's going? Who's not going? Everybody going? Everybody going?
Everybody going.
Everybody going.
We rolling deep on this drug deal.
I'm not going.
You're not going?
No.
Okay.
I also want to ask questions. Just give me a moment to grab the goods.
Took a road now.
I suppose nobody wants to watch me chop more mushrooms off of my arm.
I thought she was going to have sex with the waiting.
I've seen worse.
You are not to do that with my building.
Grabbing
I'm
the
not
goods and whatnot.
Dang on. Fucking idiot. Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes. What are you doing, Max?
She's just Amon is going up to her room and druid crafting a fuck ton of like a big old jar of weed.
There you go.
And then placing some of her magic mushrooms into a nice little sachet. And tying it with a little bow and then tucking it into a pocket in her cloak. Like her little short cloak.
Alrighty. Definitely can do all that stuff. You get the drugs, everything's there. You got them in your little jar. Yeah, I guess it's time for you to...
I've be to go. I don't know if anybody else is needed, but you are willing to if you would like to tag along, it is not unwelcome. Just don't cause problems.
I must admit, I'm curious.
I'm
You're
not
gonna
sure
want
if
the extra
any
muscle.
of you have. I don't know if any of you have been at a drug deal, but it is typically low key, very quick, curt. Don't ask of many questions unless you have a pre-existing relationship with the dealer or the buyer.
I'll just say I've many questionable things in my studies. I shall behave.
All right.
I've done plenty enough.
Moral of the story is, unless it is a urgent question, shut up.
Alrighty. Cool. You guys make your way to the castle. The castle's gates are still relatively open. You do see what seems to be all these tiny little magic orbs starting to float around that are just nothing but light. And as you see some like what seems to be two bards or wizards or something possibly, and they're just casting dancing lights every once in a while, trying to keep light around the castle. It is one of those things that, like, this place is, like the gardens are open 24/7 because sometimes people are having a rough night and they just need to go and enjoy some plants.
Enjoy some plants.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
But yeah, so you make it there. There is still the guard rotation going on with guards. It does seem to be a little bit more relaxed at night, where rather than every 5 minutes, or every 15 minutes. It's like every 20 minutes. Because these people have been, you know, time changes, guard shift change, manager guard shift change. So,
Hey, I know that one.
Mhm.
but yeah, you start timing it and give me your acrobatics and stealth. Try to get up there. Get on up there. Get up there. I'm gonna figure out how to get to the.
I am staying back at the Waiting Owl with Sir William.
Okay, give me 1 second to see if I can. That's not the right one.
You want stealth and acrobatics.
This scene? Activate this scene?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. You fucking make it. That's not it. That was a different map.
I believe it was the balcony.
There we
What did
go.
we name Mud Boy?
Mud Boy's name is
Rolf.
Mud Boy.
What was
Mud
it?
Boy's name is Rolf, son of
Oh,
a
that's right.
fisherman. Son of a catfish.
Rolf, son of a catfish. Alright, but yes, Dagon isn't there. I will get rid of Dagon. Marcane is there, though. I'm assuming Marcane also climbed up. Same with Thunk.
Yes.
Okay. I'll bring Thunk, Marcane. Alrighty. Beautiful. Great. Good stuff. You're up here. The kid seems to be sitting out on the balcony or sitting leaning up over here. You guys kind of climb up. Y'all are very good at being sneaky for the most part. Yeah. Welcome.
Laundry, was it right?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't roll a stealth check.
Please roll that stealth. What's their passive? Their passive's pretty off. Oh, yep. They are a average individual.
I rolled a nat 1.
They see as Thonk and Aman are there, and then before you can say hello, Aman, fucking Marcane just face plants and goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, hi. All right, that's a new person."
Yes, apologies for the posse, but as you can imagine, in this type of area, you know, backup can sometimes be required.
Yeah.
Quickly stand and try to dust myself off and look dignified again.
All right.
That is a rare tree, and I suggest you treasure that moment.
Gosh.
All right. So is all right.
So here's the jar that we agreed upon, and I told you I would get back to you tonight as to sourcing the other goods for your sibling. I don't believe we agreed upon an amount for this.
No.
So I will allow you to use your best judgment.
You see as I pull out a platinum piece and just hand it to you. Well, I think that should do right.
Yep, that should be fine. How long do you think that will last you? Because I can come back with more supplies.
Should last a while. I appreciate it.
And if you should wish to try any other strains, or if your sibling should wish to try anything different,
Yeah.
you know, you will. I'm sure you can figure out how to contact me, or I will see you on our next visit.
Exactly. I don't know. You see as they kind of like they still have the extra joint you gave them earlier, and they kind of like, you see as they kind of like fiddle around and try to get to the light, and then they take a hit, and they're just like, so I saw this weird dude come in the other day. Plague Doctor mask, and
Can't freeze.
and it was just, I don't know, it was spooky.
Did you speak with your father?
Yeah. And the head guard lady.
Right.
Then I got grounded in relegated to me being forced to stay up here as well, not only my brother and littlest sibling.
Well, I do apologize about the grounding, but I do thank you for this bit of information. Are you all right?
Ever since then, I've been hearing, I think I've been hearing, screaming.
How have your dreams been?
My dreams have been fine.
Hopefully they stay that way, but as I explained earlier, we are trying to help people, and if there's anything we can do at all, please let us know.
Or is this plague doctor now?
He left with the new head of guard a while ago, about a week ago.
Do you know where they were headed?
No, she just disappears. Like, you think you'd see her walk out the front door, but she's just gone.
Interesting. And I know you mentioned this when I saw you earlier. Did you any more of the black ooze?
Not that I saw, but I did kind of hear, Thrika, she was talking about, this weird liquid coming out from underneath a bookcase downstairs.
Yes, I remember you were. Is it another instance of that?
No, just more. She
More.
made a comment on that earlier.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you letting us know. I will. As you can imagine, we can't do much from outside, but with our limited knowledge, we can do our best to help mitigate your concern. I assume that you'll be seeing us sooner rather than later.
I mean, it'd be nice. You're kind of like the first group of people I've been able to talk to besides Trika and my siblings for a while, so...
We'll be in touch.
You do hear, as somebody from inside, goes... Oh, there we go. Sabrina,
That's what we hear from inside.
fucking hot.
Aye, rar.
Inside voice. Thank you. Sorry, she went from big loud growls to like, what the hell, dog? You do hear as very loud footsteps kind of start stomping your way. And he goes, Thondry, get back, come on, get in here. Some explaining to do. And you see as Thondry just like eyes wide and it's like, oh, that's my father. Yeah, yep, all right. You see as they just kind of, as she kind of like slips in and then like closes the door, after like dropping her like the little joint on the ground. He's like, yes, father? And he's just like, what did I tell you about going onto the balcony? Anybody could possibly try to use magic, anything. I just don't do that.
Real quick, you want to see one of the new kittens? Not Spice. You've seen her before.
Baby,
You're so
One of our little
big.
bubs. My roommate kitty.
Tiny
He's
baby.
He's like 3 months old now.
Aww.
Old now.
Adorable.
They got so big so quick. You're already almost bigger than Spice. You know, they're a couple months old.
Aw. Alright. But yeah. And, you know, they're just like, sorry, father. Everything's fine. I just needed fresh air. And he's just like, I understand I don't really allow you to get out right now. It's just because there's lots of things going on, lots of dangerous things. Just, please, limit yourself. Set an hourglass or something. Just anything. All right? Don't want you out there too long. And you can hear them starting to walk away. And yeah.
Right. Well, friends, I believe that is our cue to skedaddle before Dad comes back.
Stealth, athletics.
That's a 5 for stealth.
You're a bit
Did you
loud.
did you want athletics or acrobatics?
Either way. Also, kind of bad. Amon,
I
you
can jump off. I try to like slide down, but then I just like whoop.
You take 7 points of damage. Right into the bushes.
My leg.
Marcane, you do fine. You just climb down, no problem. Thonk, you also are relatively okay. No problem. You do hear for a split second, what was that? Ah, must be the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Somebody steal your sweet roll.
Yeah, as another one, just like, hey, has anyone seen my sweet roll? Goodness.
Back to the sweet roll I stole.
I'm gonna scoop up on back to their feet, and as I do, I'm do
What?
What?
my little lay on hands thing.
Oh.
I'm all right. Just a twisted ankle is all.
You do.
I wave my hand over it, and it's fixed.
It's fixed. Noises. Yeah, awesome. You guys
So
make
it's
it.
not actually magic. I don't understand how to roleplay that mechanic.
So
Snap
what?
my leg back into place.
So what I like to think is you got like this wrap, and you're just like, all right, cool. Let's just wrap this up. You'll be fine in a little bit.
There we
He
go.
comes up and is like, kisses
I hit a
for
couple
your
acupuncture spots to increase blood flow.
Exactly. Do stuff like that. But yeah, so you guys go back to the Waiting Owl. Now, for the people that say that the Waiting Owl, were you guys doing anything?
Yes.
having a little kitty chat.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna pull Dagon up to my room.
Oh.
Wow.
Boy.
Not for that.
You leave my brother alone.
I am.
Pervert.
Yes, but no.
Well, yes,
You
but
just want him for his tentacles.
No.
Yo!
That was a different character.
That was a different character. Okay.
Different character.
My goodness.
All right. Well, welcome. Yes.
We go up to my room and I just look at Dagon and say, "Can I see that book now?"
Yeah. He'll pull it out of his breast pocket, and like when he does, it kind of smells like salt from the
Abaca.
ocean.
You smell like a baka.
Not like Dagon smells salty, but this book is has an essence of ocean about it. And then he lays it on the table, and he says, "I've had this with me ever since that day in the water. And since then, I have had dreams of the deep, dreams of ancient things. And this book knows all of them. I've tried to get rid of it. It somehow comes back, flowing through the water and back to me once again somehow."
What do you do in trouble? Sorry, one of the kittens hopped up on the table next to me.
Well, Dagon, I can... What I'm going to tell you does not leave this room. Not even your brother can know yet.
Right?
Dreams are a bit of a specialty to me.
The dreams that people have here when they see birds or owls are directly related because of me.
Okay. Why is that?
There's a lot of things that you might judge me for hearing after this, but I hope not. I'm not a tiefling. Well, I am, but I'm not.
Right?
I'm only telling you this because I'm not going to be able to give you direct answers yet, but I may be able to help you understand more of the meaning of your dreams. I am what's known as a Dampier. And normally, Dampier feast on blood. I do not. I feast off of dreams.
Whoa.
So,
And this happens just while people are around you.
I can control it.
I would be worried that this would spread to you somehow, is what I'm thinking. Because I don't understand any of this.
I am doubtful. It's always a possibility. But I've been through quite a many thing in my life, and I'm not very worried about it. But when I feast on dreams, they tend to turn more to nightmare. But they also can reveal more of their underlying meaning.
Right?
So if I were to work with you with that, we may be able to figure out more about your dreams.
Say, let's do it.
All right. And yes, the last nightmare you had that had the birds and the owls, I was a little hungry. I'm sorry, it had been a while.
That's alright. It's good to know that it wasn't something quite so terrible as my imagination made it seem.
No, that's why you seemed very concerned, so I wanted to explain that to you. Now, like I said, this can't leave this room.
I understand.
It is you and Fel and Valnea that know. I'm sure Shah can guess, but...
Take it from a fisherman. I know loose lips sink ships, so to say.
I appreciate your secrecy.
After all, you're now the man of my dreams, so...
Are you flirting with me?
Oh, just making quite a clever pun, I think.
It was good. It was good. But if you don't mind if I read the journal, I might be able to understand a bit more about your dreams so that I can kind of push them in a direction of transparency so that you can see more or understand more of what's going on.
Yes, absolutely. Some of it is in a language I'm not sure what. I think these things speak it. The things in the water, the things in the deep.
Well, I probably can't read that, but if anything...
This is his sister. Hello.
Duchenne, if
This is
there's
his
anything
sister.
in the book,
She's not people friendly.
I can speak that deep speech. As can my brother.
Perfect.
If we wanted to translate this, we could, but...
If your brother is able to keep secrets as well as you are, I would be comfortable with him knowing, but I need to talk to him personally about it.
I'm not sure how he would feel about you being a Dampier and all, but I do know that He doesn't like information that he thinks might bring us harm. He doesn't like to have that information be spread around. So he is a man of discretion when it is important.
Understandable. And one thing I can guarantee, the dreams that I cause less physical harm than if I were to bite your neck and drink your blood.
Oh. Well, I'd hope so.
I don't think I've ever feasted on someone and had them actually had harm come to them.
So, I guess then a question for Freya is the book both like written in common and deep speech?
It is very much a book that I will have situated by next Sunday.
Okay. Because that's all it said is that it just transcribes.
So there are some portions that are in deep speech, and there are some
Yeah.
and most of it's in common though.
All right, cool. So then, that's easy.
It transcribes the dreams, but also like paints the picture of what is going on in
Yeah.
said dream. And then if there are words, it does like quotations, and then depending on what it is that's speaking, say if it's like a memory of your family of some kind, or the doctor, or something along those lines, it would be common. Otherwise, it is a mess of a language and amalgamation, which, I'm just gonna throw it in like a corrupt word generator.
Heck yeah, that's cool. I wonder if you could have such a thing like in real life, if you would even be able to like kind of comprehend it. You know what I mean? Because like your dreams don't make any logical sense, and
So
then trying to see that, just like a
yeah. Well, what is if I'm able to find a font that's like the Pigpen cipher or something like that, I'll just set it up like that.
So yes, I have no problem with you holding on to this book, even if it doesn't.
Oh, I don't need to hold on to it.
All right.
Incidentally, it helps me too, because then when I feast, I'm stronger. I'm able to bring out more of my power, so
It's a win-win.
it's a win-win, yes.
Anything else, or would we like to reconvene?
I think we can reconvene now.
All right.
Oh, and Dagon, it won't be every night. It'll be every few nights, just so that it doesn't stress you out or anything. It doesn't cause any kind of mental anguish.
And at this point, it's 5 minutes later. You guys come downstairs. Bar's relatively cleared out. Whatnot. Everybody shows back up. Drug deal has been made. Conversations have been had.
Oh, wait, how much did she pay me for the mushrooms?
Oh, mushrooms are part of the platinum.
Oh, right, the platinum. Okay, I totally forgot about that. That's probably a good thing I asked. 'Cause I also
No
forgot
worries.
it.
what is that? 100 gold pieces?
Yes.
Wowzers.
They're a kid. They're a kid and they don't understand money.
They don't
Not only
understand
that, they're a
concept of
rich
money.
kid.
Yeah. They don't understand
You
money.
just-
I
paid
used to
me-
sell to those.
I think she
Fleece like a
paid
rich
me.
college kid, yeah.
She paid me 20 gold for the weed, and then a platinum for a tiny bag. Oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
horrible.
You're just like collecting all the things when you shave your legs, so fucking in a jar.
Every time
Like
you
all
shave
those-
your legs.
She will not. This child will never know how I source my.
Armpit shears.
Oh god.
It's like all those memes of the rich college kids. $50 for a gram. That sound
50
good?
bucks for an eighth, like.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Uh,
not good.
Max out here scamming trust fund kids.
Oh god. All right.
Robin Hood.
Right. Yeah, giving to yourself.
Steal from the rich, give to the me.
I am the poor.
The meaty.
All
That
right.
was the wrong soundboard.
And so, yes. What do you guys want to do? It is the evening. You guys do know that you are still looking for Thomas, so you may have forgotten. He is some. Yeah.
Sorry.
That was the quest that you guys were on.
as we are walking back, oh, Marquina's talking. Somebody, assuming the roommate.
Hunter,
Yes.
RP is
Talking
being
to a
requested.
My bad. I was talking to Rumi who just walked.
You're fine.
Markian, I couldn't help but notice that you had a bit of a reaction to Mr. Plague Doctor Mask. Is that information that you
My
would be
eyes
willing
narrow
to
as you
share?
bring it up. This is not something I will speak with you about. Brother.
We're walking back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were back in. I get visibly stiff as you bring up the subject.
I respect that, but while I don't need you to share now, if it is going to affect any part of our mission at any point, I do urge you to share it as I did this morning or this afternoon.
And she
If
just
I believe it
walks.
pertinent, I will share. First, I must speak with my brother when we get back to the owl.
Right, I trust you. Enough.
You guys
I,
make your way back.
Pat you on your head as we walk. I will not endanger our.
You would not endanger what?
I would not endanger our.
Party?
Party group?
What's that? What's the issue? Are we not hearing me say group?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not hearing you say group.
You're getting clipped off at like the end of the word.
At the end of the sentence, literally the last word of the sentence, just I would not endanger, and then like you just fucking speed walking or something. Like
It's because of all the things on the internet.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would. Yeah, I just said I wouldn't do anything to endanger them.
To endanger the group. Gotcha.
Heard.
Solid copy, Ghost Rider.
Alright.
The rest of the walk is spent in, on my side, tense silence. Was not expecting. Well, I don't know if it's the plague doctor, but the only one I'm worried about is now showing up on this side of the world.
Freya,
Yes.
how much longer are we going for?
Not much longer, probably about 30 minutes. Everything alright?
I'm being yelled at to go eat dinner.
Oh, well, you can quickly go grab dinner and whatnot. We can have a quick fiver.
No, we're eating out there.
Oh,
It's Mother's Day.
you right. I think we should be. Yeah, we'll go another 9 minutes.
Sorry, guys.
It's
How many
alright.
rounds of combat is that?
And so you guys reconvene at the waiting owl.
53 or 54.
And so after that, yeah, you guys are back at the waiting owl.
90.
And so what was it that you would like to do?
What's up, bro?
If anybody
I must
would,
speak with you.
if anyone would care to listen, we did get a little bit more information from,
What's her name again?
Thondry.
from Thondry. I do believe it has something to do with our Dungeness friends. Is there anybody else in the tavern?
No.
Okay. Well, upon arriving, she did share that there was another person that came in, that was walking around with the guard woman. I believe she was the new captain of the guard. William, does that sound right?
That would probably be the woman that came here with the Lord that first day that you guys arrived.
Yes, her. As well as lots of screaming at night and
Probably due to the people that they keep down in the
yes.
cellars.
and more instance of black goo coming out from under the bookcase.
I did
Also-
notice something with that bookcase when I was in there, but I wasn't able to explore it because there was a lot of guards around there.
Just a couple of tidbits that might prove helpful. She mentioned that the guard woman tends to just disappear, and she leaves without really ever going out. Nobody notices her leave the front door, as well as the fact that, and this could be helpful in both an awful way or in a way of negotiating. The Lord seems to deeply care for his children and want to protect them at pretty much any cost. That could be a negotiating tool, or, and I would much rather it not come to this, a blackmailing tool. Leverage, if you will.
Simon, you noticed something, and I sent you a message in Discord.
Has anybody seen Gobtrissimo?
I haven't seen him since we left for the mansion.
I'm
Who?
going to take a little. I'm gonna take a dip around the corner. I'm looking for him.
You don't see him? Falk is in the middle of cleaning a bunch of things, so his state, he's just like, think you went out earlier, if I'm not mistaken. He should have been back by now, though. He's just going to the bakery.
How long ago was that?
I'd say about... You guys should have still been going to the, to Shah's place. Oh, that's 5 hours or so.
I'm gonna go take a peek for him.
If you're going, we should all go at that point.
Agreed.
Can we take this conversation on the road?
Not necessarily, but we will talk more later then.
Alrighty. I bring us to across the bridge, because you guys know towards the bakery. Let me make sure this is set up to be nighttime, because I did a great job. Don't move,
Bro,
anybody.
Are we living out the actual Muffin Man story?
What Muffin Man?
Muffin Man.
What Muffin Man?
Y'all know the actual
Muffin
story of
Man?
what the Muffin Man was, right?
Didn't he bake people into muffins?
We
And
got
sold them?
Stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got that guy
It's
on
literally Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Arcane.
Isn't that what Sweeney Todd's based off of?
Yes.
What, the
Or well,
Muffin
to my
Man?
knowledge. Like the actual backstory of who the Muffin Man.
I see a fish.
You see a fish?
That's
The
my
Muffin Man
fish.
story was meant for a warning for children to stay away from him.
Hmm.
That's. It is. It's Rolf.
Are we allowed to move now?
Yes, you guys can.
No, I cannot.
Except for you. You're not allowed to. Hold on. There you go. Try again.
Game is paused.
Unpaused. Nope.
And we would know where the bakery is, right?
We've
Yeah. Give me investigations and perceptions all around as you're making your way towards the bakery.
Oh.
I'm gonna check.
Either or, whichever one that you would like to do.
Ooh, we are all rolling mid, except Aegon, apparently.
No thoughts, head empty.
Thong, perception, Dagon. So Dagon did an investigation?
Yep.
Alright, where
That's the first one he
is...
rolled.
Okay, where are you at, Dagon?
It should not take my
On the
that long to
bridge.
get a sweet roll.
Mid bridge.
Alright, so so you're on the bridge. You're looking around, you see Rolf under the water.
Yeah.
But you also don't see any real sign of Gautrissimo. But yeah, and then we're gonna go down the line. Amon, you also don't really see any sign of Gautrissimo in this area. Thonk, you are right over here. You know that the bakery is, you'd be able to go over. Oh, I forgot. Ping is not. So if you go down the screen, you'd be able to get on over. You'd be able to make your way over to it a little bit easier, or maybe. Fuck. Where did I put the bakery? There's the bakery. Actually, if you go up the bakery, God, I made this map and I completely forgot how I laid the fucker out. So if you go up, you know that there's a way that you can turn down an alley and then follow the alleyway and make your way to the bakery. And then Marcane, you don't really see anything perception-wise. Dagon, your perception at that point was no bueno. William, where are you?
End of the bridge.
End of the bridge. Your perception,
Investigation.
investigation. So while you're looking around here, you do see what seems to be a small shoe off over here, right beyond the bridge. I know there's no ping. I'll do a small
Right
little, yeah, like just off the side. There you go, in that circle spot. You see what seems to be a small shoe of Godtrissimo.
Do you see something?
It looks like one of his shoes are here. Which is, generally concerning that it's not on his foot.
I'm down here.
What you got?
May I make an investigation of this area?
That was the bakery door. By all means, wherever you are, make an investigation.
Just near where we're seeing the shoe. See, there's like drag marks or sign that's supposed to...
Yes.
What the fuck, dude?
So you're
a 4,
looking.
a 2, and a 2, 1. So those are my rolls so far.
Damn. So you're looking around and you see what seems to be. You don't see any drag marks, but what you do see is a small little bit of blood.
And there's blood.
Is the door locked?
Door is locked.
It has been 9 minutes.
Does the blood look like it's going in any specific direction?
It looks as if it's going off north, so up.
Okay. Well, I grabbed the shoe.
You have one Godtrissimo shoe.
We need to hurry if that's the case. And I just kind of start
All right.
moving off this way.
You go into this area. Give me investigation and/or perception. Anybody who is moved in a different spot. I'm also going to look at... Alright, William, you don't see anything. Dagon, funnily enough, you do. Where are you located? So, you've sort of came back away from our lovely, Torque, our tiefling orc buddy. And you see what seems to be more sort of blood drippings heading farther up north. And we're able to say with a 19, you're able to kind of follow it relatively well.
I follow it.
And you follow it towards where Thonk is. Thonk, you're all alone over here. And at this moment, you start seeing... Oh, 1 second. Lights start to turn off as they get blown out.
Blown out?
And then, 1 second, you're moving a little bit too quick, Dagon. Because it would be like 5 minutes or so of like proper movement getting from point A to point B here.
We gotta wait for Thonk's booty to get blown out.
But Thunk, you see as these things, one light goes out, another light goes out, another light goes out, one more light goes out, this light goes back on. And you feel something not good. No bueno. And you can hear, as you have your hand on Morkel, you hear coming from Morkel saying, "We are not gonna. All right, you gotta run. You gotta run, bud. Get back to your friends. This is not a good idea."
Shit, fuck. And I'm gonna bolt back
Alright.
towards this direction where we came from.
All right, I'm gonna need you to give me a con save as you run forward. You're fine. All you do is you run through this bit, and it is like for a second there you feel everything tense up in your body as if you're trying to. Yeah. And then you make that one step forward and you kind of break out of it. Felt as if you got a small little ping in your neck. But you're fine. As everything felt like it was going to lock for a second, but you make it through. And then the lights turn back on as you run past them. And that's where your friends would see. That's where Dagon would see you coming around the corner.
Hey, Thonk, how's it going?
Something's off. Like, really off.
Dagon, you look down and you can see the blood trail leading off. And as you guys, would you guys like to follow? Would you guys all like to group up?
What makes you say it's off?
We all group up for sure.
Okay. Did is Magpie on the map?
He is. I'm lost.
Oh, okay.
Over here.
Where did y'all disappear to?
Well, the bakery's closed for the night and the lights are all screwy. Something isn't right.
That is incredibly vague.
Dagon, you walked off this way.
What was that noise?
Where did that come from?
It sounded like it came from. I'm going to draw because that's the only way I can really do this. Sounded like it came from over here.
Immediately runs over.
Am I hearing anything from the fuzz? Do I feel anything from the fuzz?
The fuzz is. I mean, it's fuzzy. Doesn't really say anything right now, though.
The axe is coming out.
The axe is out, and he's like, "Ooh, are we ready to fight?"
Quiet!
Oh, sorry. Hey, there's some. Anybody say anything?
Say it quietly.
I believe there is something around the corner that is dragging somebody.
I'm around.
And you see as one person is being drugged by something that seems to be invisible.
I'm going to dash forward and try to catch up.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm a bonus action dash
Yep, we dashing.
and just
I'm
catch up
going-
right beside it.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Cast Fairy Fire.
Light up that area, baby.
Lucky.
That's not what I meant to do, but I wanted it to be more.
You
in,
want
like,
it
the-
over
Yeah,
over
in
here.
the center of it, but I can't change it now.
You should be able to if you grab the if you click the thing that looks like two rulers in the top left, you should be able to grab the top.
Oh yes, thank you.
Yeah, I fucked up and placed something on accident.
Now, does Fairy Fire actually produce light, or does it?
It outlines every creature in the area.
All right,
So
it has
is
a save to do.
Yeah, dexterity.
Okay. 1 second.
And if it affects a creature or object,
It can't be. It can't take any benefit from being invisible, and if it affects anybody, all allies get advantage on attacking it.
I'm assuming you're doing that before we all run over.
I'm assuming it's
but
like
we're
a
not.
synchronous action.
Yeah,
so
as
that
we're
we're
running,
not
she
inside
casts
it.
this.
Yeah, so that we're not inside it when she casts it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I
I
gotta
actually
give.
would have ran back to here, anyways. With the 60 feet. I have 70, but.
And
I'm
let us
stopping here
have it
because
do a
I wanna do
dexterity
something of
save.
it.
Yep. That makes it, unfortunately.
Alrighty. You guys do see as all of you guys get close, the body that was being propped up is now dropped on the ground, but nothing is outlined.
As we're running, I'm gonna take the vials of ink that I have on, splash it towards the area of would be dragging it.
Alright, so could you do a quick circle on where?
'Cause I ran through here without hitting anything, right?
Can you see my name?
You ran through there without hitting anything? You would have felt a small... You would have felt like a small little bit on your toe of something, but you do make it past it.
I would say I probably sling it right this area.
Alright, we're gonna say that it's a 14 dexterity save. Just because it's just liquid being thrown. See if it can dodge.
Right up.
Oh yeah, it dodges. But as the liquid's on the ground, you do see what seems to be these tiny little sort of pinpoints that are displacing the liquid. Every once in a while.
It's there, we can't see it though.
And for a split second, as this thing is there, you see as this dimension doorway kind of opens and spawns for a split second, right on the ground.
I want to throw a card.
You want to throw a card?
Yeah.
Alright, throw a disadvantage.
I'm going to use a point to cancel out disadvantage.
Alright, you're going to use a point to cancel out disadvantage? Alright, still going to be a bit hard to hit. Just barely do you hit.
Oh. And because I'm assuming it's right here, right? Is where the door popped up?
Yes.
And where the feet were? So
Yeah.
Dagon's right beside it. So, sneak attack.
Let's see how much damage you do, and we'll see if it keeps con.
Sneak attack is... Sorry, I just have to look how much sneak attack is right now.
Probably 2d6 or 3d6.
We're at 4th level?
4.
2d6. Did I break it? I think I broke it.
You might have broken it.
I broke it. So it's 1d4 plus 5 for dex. And then 2d6 for sneak attack. So 16.
16 points of damage?
Yeah, he made the save.
Yeah, he made the save. As you see a bit of blood just straight through it, as the card goes through, and you can see the shimmer for a split second on it, and it holds concentration as it falls through this portal. And you
about the pick a card. So I rolled a 2. Oh, so it would have just added sneak attack to it anyways, so that's fine.
Gotcha. And so as it starts to fall, Dagon, I'm gonna need you to make an athletics.
Okie dokie.
It is going to. Alright, so Dagon, as you feel this thing have these sharp sort of pincers just grab right into your feet as it starts to fall through. At this point, it is no longer invisible.
Oh.
As it's halfway falling.
Should we roll initiative at this point?
I would say not quite. Not just yet. As it's falling through, it's holding on to you.
Alright,
And you start sliding in with it. As it's going through Dimension Door. You are going to be falling through. Now, you do have a couple people around you that have a reaction who here would like to try to grab him. I'd say Thonk and Marcane would like to.
Yeah.
Alright.
Very much.
All right. In which case, you have to beat a 17 in your athletics to be able to keep him from falling through the.
I'm gonna try.
All right.
Hey.
Is that 17? Meets beats. All right. So as this is going on, you see as these like sharp pincers just go into him, and you see as this thing kind of sneers, just. I need him. Come on. And, you know, Dagon, you are like halfway like through this portal at this point, as its head is still sticking out and it's trying to drag you down, and it's just fine. And it's just gonna do a quick little bite. I'm assuming that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Alright. Can you give me a con save, please?
Oh. What is with this?
Alright, so you're going to be taking 19 points damage total. But 3, 5, 9, 10, 12, 12 points of that damage is poison.
Right.
So it's just like... And then...
19 total?
19 total. And then you see as this thing just slips through the portal. Gone. Dagon, you feel as your body is starting to tense up. Can you give me another con save?
Where's these? That's better.
And as you feel your body tense up, for a split second, you just take a deep breath, and the poison kind of washes away.
I like poison.
And at that point, with you guys all seeing this weird monster just take a nasty bite out of Dagon, we will end the session.
What the
Fuck!
hell?
That's very rude.
Okay, I gotta go.
Alright, bye.
Bye,
Enjoy dinner.
Bye.
Just bye.
Alright. Now everybody, thank you very much for being here. If anybody has any announcements, besides my announcement that I will be doing at the end like I did at the beginning, hey, if you're having trouble and you don't know where the next step of your adventure is, and you thinking the next step of your adventure is to clock into the Never-Ending Tavern, I would say please don't. There's always another thing around the next corner that could be full of fun. And yes, though the odds are just as likely that it may not be, the fun is always worth going for.
We love you guys.
Be safe.
Yep. Love you guys.
Remember, call your
Call your
hotline
friends.
if you need it. Make sure people know. Much love. Bye, everyone.